I know. Like I said in the description box, just casual chat, just anything. I just want something to get my mind off things, something to laugh about, something to put me in a good mood. And
That's why I'm here.
If we wind up talking about something serious, fine, but
You still there? Or did you mute?
no, I'm here. Can you hear me? Hello, Lisa Renee. Jen, can you hear me? Jennifer. Hello, Auntie M. Can you guys hear me? Put a 1 in there because evidently Jen can't hear me. Hello, Miss Shalima. Karen Avery. Hello, sweetheart. We're just chit-chatting tonight, guys. So anything that comes up, come on back in, Jen, when you get it straightened out. No Filter just asked me what we're supposed to be talking about tonight. Like I told her. I feel sad too, hon. I just want anything that'll pick my spirits up. Loud and clear from North Carolina. All right, sweetheart. Thank you. Jen couldn't hear me, though, so. Jen, I'm putting the link back down there for you. There we go. Maybe it'll work this time.
It always does that on my phone. I don't know why.
I don't know either. So how is all of you ladies doing this evening?
Let's see. You already know how I am.
Yeah, I know. Shalima says she's sad. I don't know why she's sad. Why are you sad, Salima?
Don't be sad, honey.
There's
enough of that going around.
Yeah, is it the shooting in Texas? You're good? Okay.
Karen says she's good too.
Auntie M says she's sad. Hey, Charlie K, there's somebody to make me laugh.
Hi, Charlie.
Lisa, I'm sorry you've been sick in bed for 2 days. I hope it's not that stuff we're not allowed to talk about. Now we got 2 things we're not allowed to talk about.
Well, they're taking everything away from us, aren't they?
Yeah, well, I'm talking about the monkeys. You know, the new monkey thing that's going around.
Yep.
Hello, Deborah Mitchell. How are you tonight, hon? Right, that's what I was figuring. It's about that everybody's sad over the Texas thing. Charlie says, what's going on, Jen and Nana?
Same shit, different day.
I need a good laugh. Do you got any funny jokes, Charlie? Anybody got any good jokes? I need to laugh. Hi, hippie grandmama. Today's just not been a very, very good day for me. And of course, if it's not a good day for me, then I burden Jen with everything that's wrong. So
Oh, you're fine.
I can't imagine those families either, hun. It's so horrible to even think of that. Do I know where Don was born? Which Don? Don Wells? He was born in Florida.
Now, this is Charlie's joke from the other night.
Oh,
I know the answer to that one.
I know the answer to that one too. I do. Crack house.
Yep.
That made me laugh. Thank you, Charlie. I was like, wait a minute. He was born in Florida. I thought we covered all that the other day.
I got one for you that'll make you giggle.
What?
I mean, it's kind of stupid, but it's always just stuck with me. If a girl with big boobs works at Hooters, where does a girl with one leg work?
I don't know.
IHOP.
Oh. Hi,
Told you it was
Kathy.
stupid. Hi, Kathy.
Shalima, I'm sorry you're sick, hun.
Must be something going around.
So you knew it'd make me laugh. Thank you, Charlie. I appreciate that. Jessica knew the joke. Hello, Jessica. Let's see what Deborah's got to say. I'm fighting a pinched nerve in my lower back going all the way down the ball of my foot. Oh, your sciatica.
Yep, that's what that would be. I'm sorry, honey. I know exactly how painful that is.
I do too. Charlie said that was a good one, Jen.
I try. I got that one from 2.5 Men.
2.5 Men.
Yep, with Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, I know 2.5 Men. Trust me, I know. I loved that show. Hello.
Me too.
How are you doing this evening? Sad prayers for all. Praying for Summer Moon, Wells Brothers, Rose, right, and the families down there in Texas. And what I was fixing to say a minute ago is I'm sad. It's horrible to lose any child. It's really horrible to lose a younger child. But imagine being the parent of the 18-year-old. Not only did they lose their child, but he took so many lives with him. I feel really bad for those parents. Don't let the silly people get to you. Thank you, Auntie M. Thank you so much. I love and respect that silly person, and that's what causes the problem. Very good friend, and didn't want to lose them. Oh, God, I get that all the time. That pain sucks. Yes, it does. That is definitely a sciatica pain, though. Yes, it's heartbreaking, Kathy. Thank you. Well, I was trying to tell Jen okay, but I put LM for some reason. What happened, Nana? Should I ask? Just me and him had conversed about doing a video that went along with his video he put out yesterday, and we had discussed everything that I was going to say, and I finally got it out at like 10 o'clock, and when I woke up this morning, he was demanding I take it down, and I don't know if you've seen his video this morning or not, but no contact since, so I don't know what happened. I don't know what the problem was. I don't think that I said anything wrong. I did not mean any disrespect to him. I have only high regards for that man. Thank you, Auntie M. Well, I'm trying not to think that way, sweetheart. because yes, I seen how emotional he was in the 2 videos that he put out, and I could see that he was hurting. So obviously something that he thought I did or said hurt him deeply. And I'm not gonna say anything bad about it, because I know how I get when I feel somebody has wronged me. I just wish he would get a hold of me so I could personally apologize for whatever he thinks I may have done, or at least explain what I may have done. Something. But trust me, I have nothing but respect and love for the man. I swear I do. He's a good friend. Was it you that he was going off? The 9-month person that he talked to for 9 months. Yes, it's me. Hello, are you back?
Yeah, I plugged in. There shouldn't have been an issue. I was fully charged, but I plugged in anyway. I'm wondering if that falls back along the lines of what we were talking about earlier.
What? Oh, it may. Yeah, it may. That may very well.
That happened on the phone and the tablet.
Right. I'm thinking you're asking, is that the video? Did I see the video he did? Yes, I did. If that's what you're asking, Charlie. Yes. Yes, we have been for a very long time. He is a very sweet and very funny person, and very genuine, very intelligent. And he knows. Yes. Go ahead.
No, I just said yes, he is. I was just agreeing with you.
He knows this case inside and out. And if he thought that I said anything other than that, I didn't mean it. Didn't mean it for it to sound that way anyways. Didn't mean it. But yeah, that's why I'm sad, and that's why I need y'all to pick me up. I know normally it's supposed to be the host keeping y'all in a good mood or keeping y'all talking, but
now sometimes even the host needs cheering up.
I promise I'll do my best not to break out in blubbers. I've done that all day with Jen. I didn't know what to say on his video. I was like, surely it's not her he's talking about, but had a feeling it was. Maybe in a day or two, you all can work things out privately. True. Yeah. Hopefully. What was said was he was talking about his channel is still growing. And he has 18,000, but it's still growing. And to him, I guess, yes, that's how he sees it. To me, I see him as having 18,000 subs. He is already a successful channel. And I was meaning, he's talking about 18,000 subs. Yeah, right. Meaning I have a little over 2,000. I'm the growing channel. He's a success. But I didn't make that clear enough, evidently. Or maybe just some people took it the wrong way. But
I guess it's more of you're the baby channel while he's the big brother channel.
Something like that, yeah. 29 people in here. Love on you. Oh, well, thank you, sweetheart.
18,000 subs is a lot of subs. Yes, there's still room to grow, but you know, while he's still growing, he's already accumulated that amount in a very short amount of time, as to where, you know, you're still down there at 2-something K.
Yeah.
So you're still trying to grow.
Yeah, I'm still growing. But if anybody talks to him, if anybody else knows him personally, please tell him that I meant no disrespect, no disloyalty at all.
We all love him. We'll all still watch him, but I personally heard everything, and I didn't find anything bad about it.
Right. Thank you, Charlie. That's what Jen and my daughter have been telling me all day.
Mm-hmm.
And Christola, she even said it too. What about the 18,000? He was just saying that he's not a bragger. He's really not, guys.
No,
He was
I didn't feel like he was bragging at all.
he was being genuine. I mean, he was saying, I've got 18,000 subs and I'm still growing, meaning he was being, I forget the word, modest, I guess.
Oh, Kathy, I bet that was adorable.
Lisa, that might be true. It might be that time of the month for him.
He's menstruating.
My dog was chasing the water from the hose while I was cleaning out my fans, and he started flopping, and my grass turned into a slip and slide for a German Shepherd. Oh, wow.
I hope you got that on video.
Yeah, that would be funny. Talking about Don B, Izzy. Thank you, sweetheart. Sorry, not sorry. I have never been. Oh, Auntie M.
And Charlie says, I'm telling you, he will call you. I will bet you. I'm with Charlie on that. I think that this case is taking a toll on everybody, whether you be a creator, a sub, anybody who is invested in this case. It's getting to everybody, and we all need to release steam sometime. And sometime releasing steam, it gets taken out on the wrong person or gets misconstrued along the lines.
I love everybody. Go ahead.
Eventually, everybody will come back together and meet in the middle, and everything will be fine.
I've just got one. I have nothing bad to say about the man whatsoever. Even with everything that's went on today, I have nothing bad to say about him. Nothing.
Told you I can't handle another divorce, damn it. My YouTube parents cannot get divorced, which, like I said, is physically impossible since we're all in the same age group, but
you're crazy, Jen.
I've been called worse.
Well, I don't mean nothing by it.
I know.
Oh, shoot, I'm right there on the same crazy level as you.
That's why we get along so well.
Who do you think I called up when I started blubbering this morning?
You weren't blubbering. You just needed to blow off steam and get a third party, an outside aspect of it.
You two are the best. I'm proud to be a mod here. I always have your backs. Thank you, Charlie, so much.
Thank you, Charlie.
Oh, by the way, I don't know if this is appropriate or not, but has anybody heard the latest update about Leland?
I was going to ask you, actually, if you wanted to bring that topic up and chat about it.
Yeah, I want to let people know what's going on. We all remember that Leland, and I'm not saying that he doesn't have cancer. I don't know if he does or not. But the story about his fiance having the wreck and then his sister having the wreck, and then the next morning his fiance passing away and then his sister passing away that night and all that, and then him going into stage 5 cancer, all within a 72-hour period.
48.
The other lady that he was subbing for,
I still have the screenshot that I sent you last night if you would like me to read it. I won't mention her name out of respect for her because I don't want, she's already dragged into it because of him, but yeah. I won't take her further into it.
Okay.
But if you would like me to, I can read that.
Yes, please.
All right. Let me go into, give me 1 second.
Oh, Mackenzie, I'm sorry, sweetie. You can always call me up. I'm always here.
And I told her, I said, me and you are always here.
As long as you don't start having fiancés that are passing away and
sisters
and
Okay, Nana, I got it. Are you ready?
Yep, ready.
Okay. Leland Carter update. I just had a private live with another creator and with Jonathan's sister, along with others. I just want you all to know we will cover this in a live at a later date, but need you all to know that Leland pulled a scam on all of us here and on, I won't mention her channel either. So, but it was just another channel. Jonathan's sister called him and we got to talk to Jonathan, who Leland said was dead. He is very much alive. Sadie is also very much alive. And so is Leland's parents. Leland lied to so many people. I felt off after the live I did regarding Leland. I called him after that and felt even more off after that phone call that he was lying. I spoke. Oh, okay, I would actually have to go to her page to get the rest of it because I cut off right there. So
Right.
I can do that while I'm in here if you would like and continue reading that.
No, it's okay. I just wanted everybody to know that if you run across him, he did pull a scam. Now, granted, Jen and I got out early.
Yes.
After the sister died, we started thinking something was up after the first wreck.
And yes, Kathy, stage 5, we had never heard of it either. So we were Googling, we were doing everything.
But we pulled out early and didn't get sucked in. It didn't cost us anything. But the other lady that she was just reading, she got viewers she didn't, but viewers donated to the cause and donated a bunch of money, and she bought a bunch of merchandise and paid for it herself to give him, and it was all a scam.
Yeah, the only thing that it cost you and I was our emotions.
Right.
But like you said, we pulled out early before we got too thoroughly invested.
Yeah. I just didn't want anybody in here to run across him and think, oh, wow, I know him from Nana's channel. He's a mod there. No, he's not a mod anymore, and he has been blocked from this channel.
Yeah, I don't want anybody thinking that we did him dirty by blocking him or ignoring him. But we were both getting 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. phone calls with another tragedy every hour on the hour.
Seriously.
And playing two ends against the middle, telling Nana to call me and tell me everything, calling me to tell me to call Nana and tell her everything. It was just a big old mess, and I had to pull back.
And he wanted us to get on my live and give everybody every bit of personal information that was that he had about his sister, about his fiance Jonathan, everything, and also include the fact that his parents supposedly died last year. And I wasn't about to do that. I wasn't gonna try to scam my viewers, and
it was not our place to tell everybody all of his personal information. He was offered to come up on panel and explain it himself, and he didn't want to.
So I just didn't want anybody else to be scammed by him. So that's why I'm letting you guys know. But like I told Jen, I don't come on here asking for money, not even for myself. I am definitely not going to come on here and ask for money for other people in situations like that. No way.
And is Cristola in here with us?
I don't know if Cristola's in here or not.
I have not seen her, but that's why I told you to get a hold of her and let her know, because I know she was concerned about Leland the other night.
Oh, yeah, I told Cristola about it the other night.
Okay.
I'm letting her know that we're live now. She probably didn't get the notification either.
Nope, like I put at the top of the chat, I just got the notification. Better late than never, right?
Right.
But that's one reason you and I stay in constant contact, just in case anything pops up, like a surprise live or anything else.
Let's see. I'm glad you didn't get scammed. Yeah, me too. You shouldn't have to deal with that stuff.
No, I had to call Nana and ask her if I was being a complete bitch about it and being heartless. But her spidey sense was off too, so we were on the same page with everything.
I don't know how people lay down at night, Lisa. It's unreal, hon.
I don't understand how people can go out and tell other people that their parents are deceased. I would give anything to have one more day with my mother.
Me too, hon. And Charlie, that's me too, hon. I'm not working right now except for YouTube. So what I make on my videos is my income right now. Now don't get me wrong, I don't do without anything. My children, I have the most wonderful children there are. Seriously, without a doubt. My
But
children,
Nana,
huh?
Nana and I did come up, you and I came up with a great way to try to make money without scamming anybody. We're going to try to see if we can find somebody that we can test phone batteries through.
Yeah. Yeah, so because we stay on the phone all day, every day, all day long, and we're going to see if we can't get a job talking on the phone. And the best way we figured out to do that would be a battery testing company for cell phones. That sounds good, right? I mean, that's sensible.
Makes complete sense to me. You got to figure we're on the phone anywhere except for yesterday, 8 to 12 hours a day.
Yes. Well, like I said, if I'm not on making a video, then I'm on the phone with you or on the phone with Don B or my kids or Christola or Tina. And I mean, I'm literally on the phone all the time. So I need a job where I can get paid for being on the phone.
I don't even know how many texts you and I have sent back and forth. Call you right back on the phone.
Yeah. Anybody else got any good jobs out there that you can do from home? Legit jobs. I don't have a car, and I am literally, guys, 45 minutes away from the nearest town.
Oh, Charlie, I'm right there with you, except I don't get food stamps. I don't qualify, even with being disabled.
Well, hopefully, well, used to, they would, when you applied for disability, like if you applied last year and you didn't get it until 2 years from then you would get back pay from all that time as long as you didn't let the application lapse. But now, only thing disability will pay is 6 months.
Well, yeah, they give you a 6-month time frame to even approve you. And if you're approved within that 6-month time frame, then you do not get backdated.
Right.
I was supposed to get backdated from all the way back to the day that I had the strokes up until I was finally approved, which I was approved pretty quick. They just didn't send me the confirmation letter for that 6 months. I didn't get backdated at all because they give you that 6-month time frame.
We understand that, Charlie. We know that, hon.
I feel like a lot of us are in the same boat at this point.
Well, just that's the reason I put that thing out on that community tab the other day was, and actually not to be talking about Don B again, but Don B and I actually had discussed something similar to that like last week sometime about the scam that the counties and the cities run on people. Because I mean, like, if you literally pay insurance, you pay to not go to jail for driving. Because I mean, how many wrecks have you been into, Jen?
My entire life.
Right. Well, since you've been an adult, an actual adult.
Since I've been an actual adult, or
Charlie, we don't think you are, sweetheart.
No, Charlie, you're fine, honey.
Okay, so if you paid in insurance all those years, why were you paying insurance if you never had a wreck? It was so that if you got stopped by the law, you didn't get in trouble for not having insurance. You are literally paying for the right to drive.
On top of paying to go get your license renewed, to get tags on your car, everything else.
I need a job at home here too. When I applied for food stamps, my husband made too much month to qualify. I was like, yeah, but you consider bring home pay? Right. No, they don't.
No, they don't consider bring home pay. between my husband and I, we make $2 over the limit for Ohio.
Oh, geez, Kimberly. 18 children and 3 adults now in Texas.
Oh, my goodness. This is why I don't watch the news.
We love you too, sweetheart. Don't you worry about it. I promise. And you're not allowed to come up with any fiancés or sisters or anybody getting in wrecks either, okay? Well, I mean, you can, just not all of them at one time. Don't have everything happen in 48 hours or, we're going to start getting suspicious.
I mean, hell, I got the phone call at 6 o'clock in the morning about Jonathan. And then you got the phone call less than 12 hours later about Sadie.
Yes.
And then the next morning at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, whatever, I was getting a phone call about somebody by the name of Nick that was going to come into your chat and harass us.
Yes.
Because we didn't put his information out there and make a big deal out of it. Not cool. And then I got the call that Jonathan had passed, and then you were calling me first thing in the morning about Sadie.
That was right after he threatened you with Nick, or had Nick threaten you. And then he called me, didn't say anything about Nick, and just told me that Sadie had passed. And evidently he was calling those other 2 women between those 2 phone calls, telling them that Sadie had passed. Not trying to bash anybody, but come on, that's a scam and a half. And I don't want nobody to get scammed out of money. And I seen in one of the people that were donating to him, to the funeral fund for both funerals, was a lady that said, I will help what I can. I'm a single working parent and I have 3 children. I will pay a little each week what I can out of my check. And that just made me feel horrible. Huh, 52 and 51 and buy a pack of gum. Yep. Crystala. My phone pronounces her name funny. Crystala.
Oh, Kathy, honey, I'm always going through something on my end. But I'm the type of person, I set my problems aside because my friends and my family come first.
Right. You know who he is, Mackenzie? People are getting crazy. Just look what happened just in Texas today.
And as a friend, I had told Leland that, my phone was always on, and whenever he needed me to call, I'm the one that made the mistake of answering at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning.
Crystala says she'll be in here shortly.
Crystala better get her booty up here.
And we have to make sure not call her Crystal. Because a lot of people, evidently we have too, been calling her Crystal. And we've been calling crystals Crystola. So.
Oops, it happens. When you get too many of them in one room,
Look how many crystals are on our creators. Crystala is a creator too, so.
Well, look at the other night with last Thursday when I had to say shooting star TT and regular TT.
Yeah.
When there's more than one name, you have to figure out a way to decipher between the 2. Or 5 or 10 or however many there are.
Oh, wow.
Well, hi, Burlington Park. Nana doesn't have a topic tonight. It's just chat. Just catching up.
We're just chit-chatting. I'm just trying to get in a better mood, sweetheart. Tired of squalling all day, and I'm just enjoying the friends that I have on YouTube. It's okay, sweetheart. Oh, sweetheart.
Oh, Mackenzie, I'm so sorry, honey. Sending virtual hugs.
Yes. Very much so. And prayers.
Lots and lots of prayers. Well, I can change the topic for if you want, see if we can get anybody else to laugh. Anybody watching the Johnny Depp trial? Or am I the only one, the only crazy one in here that hangs on every single word?
You are the only crazy one that hangs on Johnny Depp's looks. Yes.
Well, I'm not gonna say that he is not good looking for a 59-year-old man, because I think he has aged very well and gotten better over time.
Like
But
the
that,
morning, hello, sweetheart. I didn't see you come in. Sorry, Jen. I wasn't trying to interrupt.
but his looks are not why I'm watching.
Well, honey, his looks would be why I was watching. I think he's a gorgeous Indian man or Native American, however you want to say it, politically correct.
But
He
did you
is
know that he's not Native American?
Did you know he is Native American?
He's a mix of a whole bunch of things. He has some Native American in him, but he's got Parisian,
He claims he is Native American, his ancestry.
he's a Heinz 57.
That's true, but he claims his Native American. What is the word I'm trying to think of? Heritage. Heritage.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, with those cheekbones, that does not surprise me.
Cheekbones, my butt. Look at that hair and those eyes.
Oh, I know. He does have some gorgeous eyes, doesn't he?
Yes.
And he got a booty to go with it.
Who is Johnny Depp. We're talking about Johnny Depp, Burlington. I guess is what you're asking. Charlie, you don't mind us talking about Johnny Depp, do you? Oh, okay.
Okay.
He is not a great musician. I've heard that man sing. They played some music for me one time. He cannot sing.
I played it for you, and you said you didn't like that dark music like that.
Yes, Burlington Heritage. Thank you. I'm getting behind in the chat. Mulligan. Yes, Mulligan.
Kathy says it's getting hot in here. No, Kathy, you're right.
Where's Kathy at? She's done passed me up.
She says, "Woo, it's getting hot in here, or is it just me?"
And
Charlie, yes, he is a good guitarist. He can play for me anytime.
I remember watching Johnny Depp way back. My grandkids are trying to convince me that I had them watch. What is the name of that Hairspray? Is it Hairspray that he was in?
Crybaby.
Crybaby. That I was the one that turned them onto that movie, but I don't ever remember even watching that movie. Now, 21 Jump Street. Now there we go.
Yeah, that's when he came out as the heartthrob.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I was just a teenager at the time, if even that, maybe preteen.
See what Charlie has to say?
I see that. And what did I say? What about the booty?
No, I don't know. No, Kathy, I've not heard him sing Hallelujah. Is it good?
No, but I've heard him sing Hero, and he was really good.
He was in Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yes, ma'am. His very first movie.
Wow. Learn something new every day.
I was shocked when I heard that too, because I didn't know. I said that to my husband. I said, I don't remember him being in 21 Jump Street. And then I watched the clip of it and I'm like, oh, duh.
Yeah, he was in 21 Jump Street. That's the first time I ever saw him.
Yeah, he was the star of 21 Jump Street. Everybody else was like secondary.
Sweeney Todd. I love that movie too. And Edward Scissorhands.
That's my all-time favorite. And I really liked him in Alice Through the Looking Glass, which my granddaughter loves that movie.
I don't think I ever got to watch that one.
It's really cute.
Now, The Lone Ranger.
Haven't seen that one.
I watched
Kathy, Benny and June was great.
Yes, I love the movie Benny and June. Absolutely. Edward Scissorhands was a really good one too.
I don't know if it's just me and I'm really weird, but I thought even with the scissors attached and all the face makeup, he was incredibly good looking.
Oh yeah. What is that other one that he was supposed to have been a vampire or something? Does anybody remember that one?
Oh God,
It
it's
came out in like 2012, sometime.
yeah. I haven't seen it, but I know exactly which one you're talking about.
What's Eating Gilbert Grape? That was a good one too.
I think Leonardo DiCaprio fit that role really well in that movie.
Hi, Corey.
Hi, Corey. I haven't seen Ninth Gate.
I don't think I've seen it either.
See,
Corey,
I told you I'd change the subject.
why are you calling him Mr. Depp? Corey, how old are you?
He's just Johnny.
No, he's Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp. That says it all.
Yeah, there can never be another one.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
I tried so hard the one afternoon to lay here and watch those. I watched about an hour of the first Pirates and turned it off. My brain felt fried. My eyes were rolling in the back of my head and I could not focus. And it was just like, okay, this doesn't hold my interest. I'm done. So then I went on to watch What's Eating Gilbert Grape and Benny and June. And
Thank you, Corey. I'm trying, sweetheart.
Kathy, yes, he should be named Johnny Holy Moly Depp.
Yes.
He has aged like the fine wine that he drinks.
You got to say that man did age very well.
Oh, yes, he did. I think he's better looking now than he was 10, 15 years ago.
Well, no, I wouldn't go and say that. And you probably wouldn't have said that back then either.
Probably not.
I think our taste in men age with our bodies or our chronological age.
Yeah, because I guarantee 10 or 15 years ago, I probably would have said, I don't even want to see Johnny Depp 10 to 15 years from now.
Right. Charlie, we're not making you feel uncomfortable, are we?
Oh, Charlie's just making fun of me because I said, he's got a good booty to go along with it.
Well, we had 40 people in here. Now we only got 27. I don't guess they like the Johnny Depp talk. Or maybe it's like you said earlier, people would check in to see what kind of screaming and yelling I would be doing.
Yep, and I think people are getting disappointed.
Very much so. I will say this throughout this live show. I love and respect Don B with everything in me. I think he is one of the intelligent, most intelligent, or not that. You know what I'm trying to say.
I know exactly what you're trying to say.
I have nothing bad to say about Don B. Even with all the crap that went on today, I have nothing bad to say about the man and will not. I consider him a very good friend, a good human being, very funny, very smart and intelligent, and you will not catch me saying anything bad about him.
Yeah. I have nothing bad to say about him at all either.
What's the cologne advertisement with the wolf? I don't know.
It is Sauvage by Dior. And it smells really good.
Okay, you're going out to smoke. Oh, so much beauty, both man and beast. I love Don B too, sweetheart. And I don't want anybody to think that I would ever say anything bad about him.
I think we all love Don B. I think everybody just needs a breather.
You could savage Johnny Depp, I'm assuming is who you're talking about, Kathy?
I'm assuming, yeah.
I want to hear that. I want to hear that.
Well, after you're off the live, you'll have to go listen because I've never heard it either.
Right.
But you'll have to listen to him do the tribute when he sings Hero, too. I forget which band originally did Hero, but he was paying tribute to the singer of that band.
Oh, wow. Now, that would be a real shame if the man's got looks, money, voice, body. He's got it all. Come on.
Honey, he is the triple threat. He is an actor, a musician, and an artist. You should look up some of his art sometimes. He is amazing.
Oh, wow.
I would buy his artwork.
That's only because you're in love with him.
I've always had an appreciation for him, but I've gotten a deeper appreciation now.
Isn't that what you told me your mom said today?
Yeah, my mother-in-law said the exact same thing, that, you know, she's always appreciated him for his acting skills in the movies he's done. But watching the bits and pieces of the trial that she now has a deeper appreciation for the man himself.
Right.
Which, who wouldn't? I mean, how could any man go through that and not physically hurt that woman? Wow, can't tell what side of the team I'm on there, right?
No, you can't at all.
I did see a really cute t-shirt on one of the t-shirt shops today. It might have been Teespring on the Law and Crime channel.
Yeah.
And it said, "In a world full of Ambers, be a Camille." Now, mind you, Camille is his female attorney, and she kicks ass.
Right. Okay, change the subject.
Okay, next topic.
Somebody come up with something to talk about. We're losing viewers.
Okay, I just want to know if Kathy got video of the German Shepherd slip and slide.
No, she didn't. She said she wished she had a video that she could have showed us.
Oh, I must have missed that comment.
Dark Shadows. That has to be a Johnny Depp movie.
I think so.
Dark. Is that the one I was talking about, Corey? The one about the vampire? I bet you it is.
Okay, Nana, keep it going for a minute. I got to run to the kitchen.
Okay. Anyways, guys, come up with something else to talk about. It's the vampire movie. That's what I thought. Have you checked out the channel come out of her about summer? Yes, I've seen that. Hello, Colette. If Nancy, what was her last name? Not Nancy Grace. Nancy, I can't think of her last name right now. If she would come out and do a show, I would watch it. I'm not too big on other so-called psychics, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just not. I'm not saying that they don't have the talent or the gift or however you want to describe it. But come on, honest and truly, if they truly had that kind of gift from God, don't you think they would have the gift to have already told us where she was at? I mean...
Okay, I'm back.
I guess I just answered your question, sweetheart.
What did I miss?
Colette asked if I'd heard of... have you checked out the channel Come Out of Her? It's a psychic channel, and I was giving my opinion about psychics, and my opinion is, if the Reverend whoever, which I don't agree with being a Reverend and being a soothsayer at the same time, but if the spirits was going to tell any psychic where Summer was at, or if God himself gave the gift to these people, why do we not know where Summer's at? I mean,
I've watched that channel that come out of her one time,
me too.
and after I couldn't do it again.
I'm
That
not
just
trying to say anything bad about the woman. I'm not.
no.
But I'm just saying,
I did have to check her out and see what she was about, though.
right. But I'm just saying, if the spirits are within these people or the gift is within these people, then deliver the gift. Tell us where Summer's at. Because if you can't tell us where Summer's at and you're supposed to be a psychic or whatever, then obviously the spirits don't like you too darn much.
Misguided spirits.
I knew a woman who would tell things about people and they came true. People would try to pay her and said she took money. If she took money, she would lose her gift. She was in her 80s when I met her. See, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Hi, Donna. Glad to see you here, sweetheart.
Hi, Donna.
Because the police are involved, and she said that if she comes, they would kill her. I missed something. Mackenzie.
Hey, I went to get a cigarette, so I probably missed a lot.
Hold up. Guys, stop chatting for a second. I'm trying to find what Mackenzie's talking about. Oh, I don't see anything else. She told date and time she would pass, and that's when she did. Well, I mean, I believe it, hon. I do believe it. Like I said, my brother did a tarot reading one time, years and years and years ago. He did a tarot reading on himself, and you're not supposed to do that. And he found out some bad news, and within the week, our middle brother, there was 5 boys, the middle boy wrecked and died on the motorcycle. And my brother's never picked up a deck of tarot cards again.
I had my cards read one time, and I didn't like what it had to say, so I haven't done it again. The cards told this woman that I was going to pass around the same age from the same cancer that my mother had.
She was talking about Reverend. Hang on, I want to read this. Reverend Donna Serafina, the one that found day Bell's kids. She said at the beginning of Summerwells missing, the police are involved. Okay.
Yeah, I put zero faith in that woman. Her theory has changed so much.
I mean, everybody, don't get us wrong, everybody's theory has changed. Everybody's, but not everybody is saying that the spirits are giving them their information.
Nope, I'm just an empath.
Hi, Deborah. Sorry, I didn't even see you in here, babe. We're just talking about psychics, and I'm trying my best not to stick my foot in my mouth and offend anybody, but I can't help it. Evidently, shoot, I can say stuff that people tell me to say and lose my best friend over it. So,
yeah, don't pull a me from earlier when I stuck my own foot in my mouth while you were eating.
Right.
I won't go into specifics, but wow, I totally forgot you were eating, and what I was talking about, didn't even think about it until after everything was already out.
Right. But it didn't bother me. I'm a mom, so.
Well, like I said, that's the one thing that does bother me. I can deal with anything else. I told you, the baby got me the other day, and
Hi, sweet.
Hi, comments on Holly.
Well, I'm not used to calling her Holly, so. Hi, Holly. Would you like to come up? We don't really have any topic. We're just chit-chatting.
Please come up with us. Give us a new topic.
Yes, we need a new topic. Can you ask for something to talk? Yeah, what would you like to talk about?
Okay, Holly said she'll come up with us, so you're probably
Yep.
going to have to throw the link out there.
There you go, babe.
Well, it will be nice to finally officially meet her.
Now, I do have to say, you're not allowed to come up here and just look absolutely gorgeous. Okay? Because we're both hiding behind our pictures because we don't look absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, no. I'm still in my pajamas. I have not made it out of the pajamas today.
I'm just playing, Holly. You come on up, sweetheart. You know I asked you to come on my panel. Granted, I want you to come on my panel and us discuss something serious, too, at some point. I don't know if she's coming.
Well, thank you, Charlie.
Yeah, right, Charlie. Hello, Miss Holly.
Hey, Nana, how are you?
Hi, Holly.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Hi, Nano for Life. How are you? Everybody's pretty good, I guess.
Did things get worked out with Don B?
Nope. No, ma'am.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're all just venting, getting the stress to go away.
Yeah, I know about that. Well, I was really hoping that would,
Well,
work
we're still hoping and praying. I still have the greatest respect and love for the man. If I tell some man, I'm not talking romantically. I'm talking any time. If I tell somebody that I am your friend, I love you, and I am part of your life, or that you're a part of my life, that's the way it's going to be for the rest of my life. I don't turn my back on people.
Well, you're very loyal.
So
That's good. I'm sorry. It'll work out. Don's a good guy.
I know he is.
Yeah.
I know he is. Anyway, so give us a good topic to talk about. We're trying to cheer up tonight, so give us something fun or funny or just something to change the subject.
Well, I just watched a video from Lip Lock No More. I've really never watched any of her stuff, and I just came across it, and she was doing an impression of Jody Sue, and it was really funny.
Oh yes, that's the YouTuber watching the YouTuber watching YouTuber series. Yes, I love those.
I know. She's awesome with that.
I love hearing her sing. Have you heard her sing?
No.
Oh, I love hearing her sing.
Oh, I'll have to check her out more.
And she reads poetry that her brother wrote.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
I like
awesome.
Susan. She's hilarious.
What's her name?
Susan.
Oh, yeah, it is. So she was, I believe, an anchor. I'm not going to swear to that, but I believe she used to be a news anchor.
Mm-hmm.
But her most famous thing is that she interviewed, I believe it was and I may have this wrong, so don't nobody attack me over it. Allegedly, she interviewed a serial killer. She was like the first person that interviewed this guy. So that's, she's famous for that.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's.
Interesting.
That's why I have a lot of respect for her.
Yeah.
And she used to sing in a band when she was much younger.
Yeah.
I still find it hard to believe she's in her 70s.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah.
If I look that good when I'm in my 70s, I'll be very happy.
I know, right? Oh, my goodness. Well, you brought me up here for a topic.
Yes, I did.
Well, to talk about what Don B said about, well, I lost my thought. I'm sorry.
It'll come back to you.
I hope so. I'm at that age.
It just ran away for a minute. Were you on Crime Critters and Crazy or whatever with him last night?
No,
That wasn't you? Okay.
no.
'Cause
There's another person who is really active in our community,
yeah.
Common Sense 101 or something like that. So that's probably what it was.
Well, no, her profile picture looked a lot, not identical, but it looks a lot like your profile picture right
Oh, okay.
now. So that's why I was thinking. And I thought maybe you were bringing something up from what he had talked about on the show last night.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a good point to talk about, which is he and I had discussed this, I would have to say, probably yesterday, as a matter of fact. And then he was on her show last night and had brought it up. And if you think about it, everybody in the state of Tennessee, 18 and older, are mandated reporters. And this is what I told him. And if the law was going up there, if law enforcement was going to that house for 6 weeks from the time Summer got gone till the time the boys were taken, they were around those kids that whole entire time. They saw how those kids lived.
Right.
Exactly. They are mandated reporters. Why did they not do anything?
I don't know. I mean, that's one of the things that makes me so angry. I don't understand. I've done some videos on Hawkins County law enforcement and Ronnie Lawson, and I've hurt some feelings because you're local, right, Nana?
Yes, fairly local. I mean, I'm not local actually in Hawkins County or
Right.
Sullivan County, but I'm local, yes.
Yeah. So I had some people get angry at me with these videos because they're like, this is our area, this is our town and county, and I really do understand that it seems like attacking, but I have found so much information about Hawkins County Sheriff's Office and Ronnie Lawson that just blew my mind. I mean, I don't know what's going on with them.
Holly, do you know, I don't know, you may have already found this out, but do you know that his father served like 20 years as the sheriff of Hawkins County without being ran against?
I actually just found that out recently.
There was a guy that took office after he left, and there was another gentleman that took office. He only completed half a term, and somehow or another, he met his demise. From what I understand, it was by his own hands.
Okay.
Ronnie Lawson then steps in, and it's been 11, 12 years now, and nobody has ran against him.
Yes, exactly. He just won again recently.
Right.
Did you know that Ronnie Lawson's brother has been the narcotics officer?
No, I didn't. I just heard that recently. It must have been you that brought it out, but I just heard that recently, yeah.
Well, the interesting thing is I found out since I gave that information out that he's actually, I don't know if he resigned or if he was fired, but he's no longer the narcotics cop there.
Oh, really?
And I actually did just some other research I did. I saw there's another lawsuit out there.
Yes.
That claims one of the charges they're claiming is nepotism, which is exactly what's going on there. Him hiring family.
Right.
And always being, members or extended members of his own family that get hired. And so I wonder if they didn't let him go because that lawsuit's, alleging that. And trying to make it look better or something. I'm not sure. But,
Charlie, I don't know if they are or not. I did hear from someone today that his niece and Candace are friends on Facebook. Now, I've not seen that for myself, so I don't know if it's true. That is alleged, but allegedly, Ronnie Lawson's niece and Candace are friends on Facebook. So I don't know if they're friends in person or not.
Hey, Nana, our link lady never showed up, so I can't drop links, but in case anybody is wondering.
Oh, yeah.
Our other guest this evening is Holly from Common Sense True Crime. She has very quickly made it into my top 5, and she is definitely worth watching. So if everybody could go over and sub to her, if you're not already, it would be greatly appreciated.
Hang on one second. I'm dropping her link.
There you go. Yeah, I can't do links.
Thank you guys very much. That's very
Oh, you're
kind.
welcome, honey.
You're
Yeah,
right.
you get very quickly into my top 5.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
I just had to go and grab it, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, it's Nana, you, Don B, Harsh, and I can't even. Oh, Cold Cases with Colette.
Oh, I love her. I love her work.
She's adorable, isn't she?
Oh, she is. Her and the red flag.
Red flags.
Right. Also, have you found out the connection with Ronnie Lawson and the Carly Trent case?
No, now I have just started scratching the surface with the Carly Trent case. That thing is so weird. What do you know about it?
Hang on one second and I'll tell you. Okay, 2016. In 2016, she was a 9-year-old little girl, blonde hair, blue eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I believe there's one other child, a younger sister. There might be 2, but I believe there's only one. Her and her younger sister wound up having to be put in their great aunt's temporary custody because dad got in trouble for something and wound up having to go to jail.
Okay.
Okay. The aunt was the blood relative, but her husband, who is, what was his name? Gary Simpson. Gary Simpson. Yeah. Okay. They both got temporary custody. Now, first of all, you have to know that the state is not going to give temporary custody of a little girl to a man if he is an RO.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. After the dad gets out, he gets the girls back, but none of the paperwork was changed at the school. So the great aunt and uncle were still allowed to go to the school and pick the kids up. One day, Gary goes to the school, picks just Carly up, and goes and buys her some stuff at Walmart, clothes, camping gear, that kind of stuff, and leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Well, during the search, now she was missing for 8 days, but during the search, other people started coming out saying that, oh, he's an RO, he's an RO. She's in immediate danger.
Okay.
Well, from the news conferences that I saw, FBI put him on the top, most wanted list kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Shortly after that happened, like a day, 2 days later, they miraculously find this little girl.
Okay.
But now you have to keep in mind this whole time, Ronnie Lawson is telling the public, go out there and search for her. Everybody search for her. Social media, we love you. Help us find this child.
Yeah, it was so different.
Right.
Summer's case.
Come to find out, allegedly, I haven't seen a birth certificate, but allegedly, Donnie Lawson is Ronnie Lawson's brother. Him and 2 other men go and search what is still trying to be identified, whether it's Donnie's property or Ronnie's property. I'd originally heard it was Ronnie's property. They're searching Ronnie Lawson's property for this little girl. Guess what? They found her.
That's crazy.
But
so, what do you think is behind all this?
I would be hesitant to put my opinion out there. That's one of the things I would like to talk to you behind the scenes. But you have my thoughts. I know you know what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
It's strange. Okay, anyways, getting back to the story. When they find this little girl and Gary, they arrest him. Now, I seen a press conference where they say this child was taken to the doctor and she was fine. She was shaken up, but she was fine, meaning there was no SA done, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I know. He
goes to court. He is charged and gets sentenced to 25 years for kidnapping and SAing this child.
What in the world? I had just run into that. That was like the last thing I figured out when I stepped away and did something different. But I was going to say, how could he be charged with that? They had checked her out and said even on the news when they were doing the party that she'd been found and everything, it had already been reported that she was fine. She had an exam.
Exactly. Well, Ronnie Lawson had walked over during court, just like he did with Don Wells, and patted Gary on the shoulder. Now, you also have to realize that when Donnie Lawson received the $43,000 reward, it got split up amongst a group of people in Hawkins County, Ronnie Lawson being one of them.
Really?
Yes. And on top of that, Gary told them in court, I do not understand why I'm getting charged with kidnapping.
I know he did.
I was afraid for the child. I was trying to protect the child.
Yeah.
Now, if he was not an RO when he got custody of that child, how did he miraculously, you know what I'm saying, become one?
Uh-huh.
And it makes me wonder, what was he really trying to protect the child from?
Yeah.
Was it the dad? Was it the dad he was trying to protect the child from?
I don't know. But I know that he was very confused. The news clip showed him, and they stated that they said, do you understand the charges? And he said he didn't understand it at all. It sounds like they set him up.
Exactly. Who do you think set him up?
I guess Lawson.
Exactly.
Did you see Lawson in that same news clip I'm talking about? Did you see Lawson kind of walk over to Gary before he went back to jail, I guess? And Ronnie was talking to him kind of quietly in his ear. Did you see that?
Yes.
Yeah, that was weird.
You're taking a hit for the team, boy.
I know.
So I wonder, has anybody, and allegedly, I'm saying this allegedly, okay, so nobody take this out of context. Has anybody bothered checking that same little building that Carly Trent was found in for summer?
Well, I wanted to ask the question, how
Go
come,
ahead.
they were vigilantes then, and they rescued her and, were so gung-ho about, oh my gosh, everybody did what they were supposed to do. Why wouldn't it be the same a few years later for Summer?
Do you realize that maybe not every case, but has it clicked in your mind that Summer's case is the only one you've ever heard of that from the get-go, nobody in the community, the town, the county, surrounding areas, nobody was allowed to look from her from day one?
That's true.
Nobody.
I thought of that. No.
Normally, in other missing children's cases, everybody's allowed to look. The law comes in, they look for a certain amount of time, and they leave, and the community is still out there searching.
Yeah, they're free to do it. Yeah, in most cases.
Nobody has been allowed, if they have not been under Ronnie Lawson's direct, command, nobody has been allowed to search for that child. And it's been thrown up to me. Oh, well, it's because, what if somebody's involved? What if they're walking through the woods and they find a piece of evidence, they're liable to pocket it or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's awful funny. Those same people own property up there, and yet he's telling them to go search their own property.
Oh, that's, wow. It just stinks, doesn't it? Like you just can smell the fish from here.
I'm sorry. I get passionate, Holly, about it. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I do too. But I have to try not to let it get me carried away. But yeah, I mean, the whole thing just looks so strange. And, Detective Pruitt going on there and was, telling, he just looks so defeated, first of all. And then secondly, he's telling what his day is and how he's in charge of the investigation for Summer. It just sounded like he basically checks the tip line. And, when that's done, he's on to other stuff. So I don't think they're looking.
Too. That was not his priority anymore.
I'll
check the tip line, and then I'm done with it.
I love that video you did on that. And as a matter of fact, I told Dawn B to go check that video out because I did like it so much. And I thought that one that you're talking about right now, that you did when you were asking, what's your day like, John Pruitt? That.
Yeah. it wasn't encouraging at all.
No.
I just kind of felt like she's never going to get found if this is all that's being done.
Well, and I do have to say that I was listening to a few of the older news pressers, and now there was one where Ronnie Lawson himself says, and I've got it, I'm going to make a video out of it.
Okay.
But what Ronnie Lawson says, he makes a statement that they have found some stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but they haven't found basically the last nail in the coffin.
Well, that's good to hear.
Now, Tim Coop, when he was talking, he was saying, and this was 7 days into the investigation,
Mm-hmm.
he makes a statement. He's talking about the terrain that they're having to look through, and he's talking about the open fields, and he's like, people, we have to look in these open fields. There's so many places things can be hidden,
Mm-hmm.
and places evidence could be.
Right.
And that was 6 days in. And we're so worried about the big picture, we're not hearing the little things that are actually being said, which is, why are they calling it evidence that early on?
Yeah, that's key right there. That tells you a lot. Yeah,
And I mean, there's a bunch of those little clips that I'm planning on making a video out of.
That's awesome, because you can go back. We have so much information from YouTube about things that Dawn and Candace said and things like you're talking about. And sometimes, I'm still going back sometimes and finding I totally missed something
Right.
that's important. So, yeah, that you should get that out quick. I'd like to see it.
I would love you put a video out today about her moving her jaw during that interview.
Yeah.
My thing, I mean, I knew something was fishy when I saw Donwells in front of that camera holding that boy as tight as he was. But
That stuck out to me the first time too.
With me, for Candace, it was when her eyes started rolling back in the back of her head during that interview.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I'm like, that woman is so messed up on drugs. She can't even sit there and talk.
I know. I mean, and no emotion. I mean,
No.
anybody who watched that's the first, like you can tell she's high first, and then you realize neither one of them are very bothered by the fact that Summer's gone. I mean, they're just sitting there having a talk on, in chairs out on the front lawn, like, well, too bad,
Right.
we're gonna miss her, and it was, I don't know.
Harsh Reality did a good video. It was yesterday or today he put it out. And that's what he was talking about, how Dawn was so casually sitting back. Well, I guess I'll see her in the resurrection. And, well, it was her own darn fault going outside. It was her downfall.
I know. What does that mean? I've never been able to figure that one out.
I mean,
Maybe for wanting to be outside all the time, though, after living in that dungeon.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just sad.
And I think what really pisses me off the most, as far as people defending Candace and saying, well, she has speech problems because she had a stroke. I want proof. I've had strokes. I know. You know how insecure I am about that.
right. Well, now Molly said that it could be that Bell's palsy, like what she has.
I don't buy that one either, though, Nana, honestly.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the woman's issues are. There ain't no health problem that's going to keep me if my child is missing and I own 11.7 acres. Okay, fine. You sit there, you ask me the questions, you fill out the paperwork. As soon as you are done, my butt is getting up and going out that door to look for my child. If what they were saying is true. My butt's going out the door to look for my child, and they're saying, oh, but they told us to sit still. Well, they can't tell you to stay inside your house. They can't stop you from looking in your own yard.
Yeah.
And your yard consists of 11.7 acres.
Right.
No, it doesn't matter if it's my grown kid, any of my grandkids. You would see me out there with my cane and my little scooter thingy. And I am searching every inch and leaving no stone unturned. Even if that means I'm looking for an unfounded scream.
Unfounded. Hey guys, did anybody ever tell? He didn't tell you. I found that scream. I found the scream Jen's been looking for.
I had to throw that out there. I had to make everybody laugh.
Listen, Jen, Don B was even looking for that unfounded scream for Jen, but I found it. If the 4 hours are real, that they didn't, there was 4 hours missing,
Mhm.
then Ronnie Lawson knew that child was missing around 2:30. Jody Sue supposedly heard the scream at 4:30.
Yeah.
That's why the scream was unfounded, is because the baby was already gone.
Yeah. Right. And
So-
Lawson knew that.
Right. So I found the scream. I found it.
Yep.
Sorry. That's a cheap joke, but still. I mean,
No,
it makes sense.
It's fine. I don't know. To me, I feel like Jody Sue, I'm like, first of all, I'm going to ask you what you think. Do you feel like the whole thing about Jody Sue's son being in those woods, do you feel like that makes him suspicious for Summer's disappearance?
I'm still waiting to see proof that it was him.
Right. Yeah. We don't have pictures.
Right. Supposedly somebody has a video of it, but supposedly the video shows 2 men running through the woods.
Really?
Yeah, I've still not seen that video either, though.
Oh.
There has been, I don't know how long, Holly, you've been with this story.
Just a couple weeks. I mean, I wasn't a creator until about February. But
Okay.
I was about a week or two after Summer went missing. I was definitely dedicated to her case.
Okay, do you remember back when Jody Sue was supposedly, allegedly getting the threats?
Mm-hmm.
That if she didn't tell the truth about what happened in the road, that the person that knew it or that saw it was going to tell law enforcement, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Okay, stories about that boy, and I will call him a boy because he's the same age as my oldest grandchild.
Yeah, right.
Stories about
He's young.
that boy, things have been being tried to be laid off on him since back then.
Yeah.
I mean, whether they're true or whether they're not, I don't know. I've heard that he supposedly had the accident coming up the road, driving his grandmother's truck,
Right.
and knocks the baby over in the weeds. And he yells for mommy and daddy, and mommy and daddy help him hide the baby on the other side of the street in the parents' yard or property.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Nana.
What?
Deborah had a question, which I know mine and yours personal opinion, but she asked what everybody thinks about BK. So I would like to hear Holly's opinion about BK.
First of all, Holly, we can't say bad things about other YouTubers, okay? You can give your opinion without saying anything really bad. We can get the point.
Okay. That's a good rule, though. But you just want my general opinion on BK or about something specific?
I think she just meant in general.
Okay. I'm gonna have to be careful. Yeah. Well, I kind of tend to look at kind of who people are first. And I know that, he's definitely not a father who's very involved with his kids. It doesn't sound like. And I feel like, based on what I kind of know about him, that he's not maybe being the greatest dad in the world. And that bothers me. And then as far as him being a creator, honestly, I mean, there are videos of him years ago, I don't know how many, of him doing videos outside of a mental hospital. I don't know if y'all have seen that.
No, I've not.
Yeah.
I haven't, but I did hear that he was, now mind you, this is allegedly and hearsay.
Mhm.
I did hear that he was institutionalized for a while.
Yes, he was. And
I
from
did not
everything I
have
know.
proof, so
Yeah, he's got some emotional or mental issues, I'm not putting him down for that. I also do. I have mental illness.
I think we all do.
Hold up. Cold Cases with Crystal did remind me. It was her. Me and her were talking, and she is the one that found the scream. I'm sorry for taking credit for that. Crystal is the one that found the scream, guys.
Thank you for finding my scream, Crystal.
Common sense. If you don't know Cold Cases with Crystal, she has a channel also.
Okay, I'll check her out.
So, Christola, is Christola in here or not?
I have not seen her pop up. No.
Christola, like my phone likes to call her.
She's our link lady.
Crystal,
I know who she is.
if you can drop the link for your channel, honey, that would be fine. I just don't have it handy.
Oh, that's fine. No problem. If you're are you talking to me?
Well, no, I was talking to Crystal about dropping the link. We're used to Christola being in here. Trust me, we can't even get the name out of our mouth before Christola has that link for anybody or anything that you talk about.
She's really sweet.
She is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. No Filter is pretty great too, and I know she's close to you.
So. Thank you, honey.
She is very, very close to me.
That's great. Well, anyway, I know that about him. I think, we know he deals with addiction issues, and I don't like the whole Cash App gang thing. I mean,
I just can't stand the talk. That just kills me.
Yeah, I mean, when he goes after somebody, it is brutal. Like, he is just, I don't know. He's extreme. And then sometimes you'll see him where he's just so trying to be more professional and calmer. And those are the moments I think he has intelligence. He just, I don't know. I don't know what to say.
You're fine, honey. Crystal, I know you didn't mean anything like that, honey. Yes, I will call you tomorrow. Charlie, it is fine, honey. Each moderator in my room has their own job to do, and you are basically just brute force. You're my bouncer. Christola, like Jen keeps saying, Christola's the link person. It's okay.
I'm just the co-host.
Lisa, you're fine too, sweetheart. It's fine. Not a big deal.
I'm just there to keep Nana company.
So Lisa is No Filter?
No. Jen, the one on panel, is No Filter.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm getting mixed up. I didn't know her name. So
Okay. Her name is Jen.
Okay.
Lisa is one of my mods. Jen is one of my mods. Charlie K is one of my mods. Cold Case is one of my mods. Christola is a mod. Dawn B is a mod. I've got a few of them. Shalima is a mod. I don't even remember all of them. I'd have to have a piece of paper and read it off.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
But that way, so if some of them aren't in here, there's other ones that are in here, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. Yeah, I kind of chickened out of my live I was going to do.
Oh, you need to do it.
The night that we'll all be there whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Yeah, all you got to do is yell at us, let us know.
Okay. I will.
And Nana can explain to you much better on how, you asked how to make me a mod.
Mm-hmm.
She can explain that to you much better than I ever could.
Okay.
I do not have a channel, so I know nothing about that.
Cold Case Crystal's link is in the chat box if you want to grab it, hun. And as far as making somebody a mod,
mm-hmm.
I believe you can do it in a video, just a regular video. If they've commented, you just go and right click on it, mm-hmm. and it'll bring up a selection box. It should be at the very bottom. It says make a moderator.
Oh, okay.
But if not, then go ahead and do a live, and then after you're done doing your live, go back in and do the same thing on the person's name in the live chat.
Okay. Gotcha.
Now they do, nobody told me this, but they also have whatever power they have in your live chat as far as booting people out and removing comments.
Mm-hmm.
They also have that ability in a video.
Oh, okay.
They can go back and watch your videos, and if somebody's like being nasty, they can remove it, but it'll just put it in a bookcase for you to review. And if you want to go ahead and completely delete it, you can. If not, you can put it back.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
I go through every day and go through each individual comment on all of Nana's videos.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's good. You're
Hello,
protecting her.
Selena. I have a few of those people that do that.
That's awesome.
I'm sure Don B wouldn't say that he goes through every one of them, but Don B goes through and reads all my comments. So does Christola.
Can I ask you this about Don B?
Sure.
I was listening to I think it was just a little while ago, Cracking Cases. Cam said that Don B had called him a POS and told him F you.
Yes, he did on the video this morning. The same one he included me on.
Hang on, what video was it?
The one this morning.
Your video?
No. Don B did a video yesterday, and then he asked me because we had talked pretty much all evening yesterday and discussed the video and what he was going to put in it and stuff. But he had forgot to add a few things, so he told me to go ahead and make another video, and put it out there and just add the things. Well, evidently I done it wrong or said something that hurt his feelings.
Right.
And I didn't mean to.
The title of that particular video is "I'm sorry if I'm a piece of shit."
Yeah, that's the video he put out in response to it this morning. And that's the one where he tells John Taylor, I don't know who he is. He just came in and started running his mouth about Don B, and I told him where to go last night.
Mm-hmm.
And so did Crystal, as a matter of fact. Or Crystal, I mean. But in Don B's video this morning, he tells John Taylor to go F you, yourself. And then he tells Cam and Allie to do the same. And then he brings up the fact that he didn't say my name, but he brings up the fact that he has a friend that he's been talking to for like 9 months. And he felt very betrayed by me.
Oh, man.
That I made him look like an idiot in my video, which I did not, or I don't think I did. Nobody else seems to think so. But basically that was it. And like I've said before, I have nothing against Don B. I have utmost respect for him. I love him to death. Very intelligent person, very funny person, a very good friend. And I would never do anything to hurt this man, ever.
I know.
Just for the record, nobody in here thinks that Don B is a piece of shit.
No. Mm-mm. No, I appreciate him. I think he really cares about Summer, and I like how down to earth he is. He'll just, he just speaks truth. He's
right.
He's not afraid to.
It's like sitting on the front porch or the back porch with your older brother or something, and thank you, Case.
Oh man.
Sorry that this isn't too exciting, but this
I
was
appreciate
really
you letting me come up. I appreciate it.
Wasn't really planned.
Just to break up the monotony and stress and let everybody blow off some steam.
Yeah. Well, it's needed.
And to pick up my spirits.
Yeah. Well, you deserve it. You deserve to feel better.
Oh, I've cried all day, Holly.
Oh, don't tell me that. That's so sad.
Don't make me tell you the IHOP joke again. See, I don't even have to say it and you laugh.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing. I don't hurt people. Even when I'm mad at people, I do not use words to hurt them. I am very talented in doing that. Trust me, very talented. A word or a saying can cut way deeper than a knife, because a wound from a knife can heal. It can be stitched up. It may have a little scar tissue, but it will go away in time. Words can cut way deeper. sometimes they never heal, and the scar tissue will be there for years and years and years.
Yeah, that's right.
And
You
that's
know, I
what,
can remember things people said to me in high school that I never forgot, you know, that hurt me. I don't know if everybody's like that, but I know I'm like the highly sensitive personality. But I just hang on to that stuff. I wish I could let it go, but I just
right.
remember everything.
Exactly. I mean, and that's, like I said, that's why I learned to control my mouth, because it can hurt people for years,
Right.
and sometimes they never heal from it. But when I was younger, trust me, I was very talented in wielding the words.
Yeah. They do a lot of damage. Bible
Yes,
talks
I
about
do.
that too. It can be a knife. It can literally injure someone. Like you said, even more so than, you know, a wound on the skin can.
Right.
Well, I think with a heart like yours and what you're saying about that, I think Don B has to know that you absolutely did not mean it, however he took it, that upset him.
I hope so. And
Yeah.
I just hope that he gets in touch with me. Right now, he's ignoring my texts and my phone calls and my posts on my community tab and his community tab and his video and everywhere else I could plaster it. I didn't know what else to do.
That's all you can do.
Just in case he's listening, Don B, we love you.
Yep. Love you, Don
Just in
B.
case.
Actually, Don B, if you're listening, I've got one thing to say to you, and you know exactly what it means. Don B.
I'm right there with you. But we won't say that on here.
No, we won't.
Angel Dust says, I like Don B, but I think he's being too sensitive.
Well, he's
I
just really
think
stressed.
I think everybody can agree with that right now. But like I said, I think the case is getting to everybody. We all need to vent. We all need to take a step back from it. I'm not even a creator, but from watching you and talking to you every day and watching Holly and Harsh, I know some days I have to turn it off because my head hurts so bad.
Yep.
And that's when you just go in the room and lay back down and cry.
Right.
It does. It builds up, and it's not healthy to not, you know, take a break from it. It's negative stuff every single day, and I don't know. I just
Kathy, that's what everybody's been telling me today.
The bottom line is we all love Summer. Well, we're all invested in this case. And it's pretty bad when us as a community love that baby more than her own family did.
Absolutely.
Or at least
Yeah.
we show more love for her than her family did.
You know, but I take that almost as a responsibility. It's like, just like with the petition thing, and, you know, I get beat up for that. And I'm like, you know, it's not that I have special knowledge that the FBI is not a part of this. They very well may be. But in case they're not, you know, I'm thinking if we can get their attention, because I've seen the history of how most of the time when people do petitions for a local agency to give it over to the FBI, they do a petition. It's usually the parents of the victim or the husband of the victim. And Summer doesn't have Candace and Dawn doing these types of things for her, trying to get her case solved. So now she has us, her army.
The sad part about it is, honey, and I realized this when I spoke with the psychic that was on the Nancy Grace show. Her name is Nancy something, and I can't remember for the life of me what her last name is.
Mm-hmm.
But she wrote back to me and she said that there's only two ways that she can be allowed into a case, or that she would do a case. And that is if Ellie asks her, or if the family asks her. And do you realize that the only person that I could get a hold of, and of course she basically told me to kick rocks, was Mary Hartman. That is the closest relative that Summer has that's not a suspect.
Oh my gosh. How sad.
And Mary is not even blood related to her.
But Holly, you don't even know how much the petition you started is appreciated, and how much I have passed that around on my personal page. I gave it to Nana. She's posted it.
I know. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. No, I feel like I constantly have to say, look, it's not me going, I know this is going to absolutely work. And I know that it's, 100% the FBI is not working in it right now. We don't know much of anything about that kind of stuff. So it was just kind of a, maybe this will help kind of thing. It doesn't cost anybody any money.
We all have to do everything we can until we've exhausted every option.
And Holly, the thing about it is your petition, people can holler that, oh, well, the FBI is involved. Yeah, they might be involved. And I'm sure they are. They have come out and said, we are here when we are called and needed.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want them to be here when they are called and needed. We want them to actually take over the whole case.
Right. So what you're saying is that would mean that Hawkins County law enforcement would have to specially request them to take over the investigation. Is that right?
Well, not even take over the investigation. They said we're here if we are needed. That means if something comes in that law enforcement can't handle in Hawkins County, they would call the FBI and say, hey, we need a special investigation, or we need this kind of tool or this equipment or whatever.
Right.
FBI will step in and help out. But that don't mean they're in charge of the case.
Right.
And your petition is actually trying to get them to take charge of the case.
Right. Yeah. Or at least
and that's what needs to happen.
Yeah. I know. I try to think of things I can do from here. I live in North Carolina, and I'm like, just putting out videos is not enough. Like, I have to come up with ways to think, how can I change it? How can I make things better? And that's kind of where that idea came from.
Right.
But
Nana, I'll be right back.
Okay. I'm right there with you, Holly. I constantly, I do not like the jumping on the train. Like when Jose showed up, everybody was doing videos on Jose.
Mm-hmm.
When Grandis went on, the news, everybody was doing videos about that. And I really do not want to jump on the train, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I want to do honest to goodness original videos about something that involves Summer, that involves the case, but that not 500 other people are already doing a video on.
Yeah. Right. There's enough to talk about. We don't have to, jump on the Jody Sue train and stuff like that.
Right.
All the time. I mean, if we have something to add, nothing wrong with that. But yeah, I mean, I've had phases go by where I'm like, I don't even pay attention much to what's happening, and it passes by. Everything becomes a big issue, and in no time, it's over, and we're on to the next thing.
And they move on to the next one. Yes, I agree. And just like like I was saying a while ago, it's not the first time that her son has been they tried to drag him into it. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a possibility he could be involved. There's a possibility that Andy and Jody Sue could be involved. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not the first time this boy has been drugged into this, and they've tried to lay the blame on him until the next big thing comes along, and then they forget about him.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Just like with this past thing. Oh, he was the guy running through the woods. Well, that was last week. And now this week, Jody Sue's the one person.
Right.
Right, Nana, I'm back.
Okay. And I'm sorry, Holly. I don't mean to get on here and harp and complain and bitch.
No, I love talking to somebody about this. All I have is my husband. He's like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Right.
So
sounds like my husband.
Nice. Yeah. I mean,
sounds like everybody in my family.
Yeah, exactly. My kids are like, I have two adult kids, and they're just like, "What? What are you doing?" Like, like, please
No way.
look at
No
my
way you have
videos.
two adult kids.
What'd you say?
No way you have two adult children.
Yes, I
There's
have
no
a
way.
25-year-old and a 21-year-old. 25-year-old's a girl. 21-year-old's a boy. He's in the army. So proud of him. And then I have a 15-year-old that's about to be 16 at home. So I
Hello,
spread
Miss
them out.
Becky.
You
What'd you say?
look so
No,
young.
Mm.
I,
No, just take good pictures.
that's like Christola. I love her to death. That poor child. She's 36. She has 6 children, 20 to 2.
Wow.
She is amazing. She is a superwoman. That's all I got to say.
I
Um,
guess so.
Thin
I,
Mint. Hello.
I have nothing exciting except we just had grandbaby number 5.
Oh, that's awesome. I don't have any yet.
We had a 6-pound, 13-ounce bouncing little baby boy.
Oh, congratulations.
Well, thank you.
That's so happy.
Well,
I'm,
Thin Mint, you're welcome.
I've seen a million pictures.
I bet.
Thin Mint, you're welcome in here anytime, honey. And if you want to jump on panel or whenever, you're more than welcome to. Everybody is.
Yeah, I see somebody said they're retired Army. Yeah,
Yeah, that's Charlie
my,
K.
my son got really lucky. He got stationed in Hawaii. So he's had some fun down there. And he's in the infantry.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm. That wasn't
That's
awesome when
where
I
my
found
older
out
brother
about
was
it.
stationed, was in Hawaii,
Oh,
but he
really?
was Marines.
We were going to go visit him, but it was just too expensive. We don't have a whole lot of money. So.
Join the club, sweetheart. Lord, join the club.
I know. It's a struggle, and gas prices and the cost of everything right now is so depressing.
Oh, wow. I was telling Jen, I think it was Jen earlier, I stopped by Long John Silver's last night just to get dinner for me and my son that lives here with me.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, he's staying here with me. He's not actually living here. But I remember back when you could get like the 8-piece family meal for $10. That was a special.
Mm-hmm.
Then it went up to 17. Honey, I stopped there yesterday and was looking at the 8-piece meal, and it was, with tax and all, it would have been over $40.
What?
Yes.
That is crazy.
I was like, no, that's okay. I'll go home and cook, even though I don't want to.
Yeah, I have things I buy that have literally doubled. And I'm like, what? Ugh, it's just hard. It's sad. And I worry about people who,
Yeah.
we don't have a lot of money, but I'm not a single mom on, one income that's small. And I just worry about other people out there who struggle. Like, all it takes is, just one bad thing happening, and then they lose their home or get evicted, and it's really sad.
That's like what I put on my community post the other
Yes,
day.
that was you. Yep. That really made me think.
And it's not that people just have that much bad luck. It's just they have one bad luck thing that happens, and
Mm-hmm.
it's domino effect.
Right. Yes. Well, I don't know. I have a niece who's a single mother, and the father wants nothing to do with the baby, and it's sad. She's doing everything she can to provide for them, and I send her money a couple times a month, but I don't feel like it's enough, because of how
Right.
hard everything is. But I don't know how she does it.
Yes, Charlie, thank you for your service. I forgot to say that a minute ago,
Oh,
sweetheart.
I should say that too. Thank you. Did he say he was infantry too? Wait a minute.
Yes,
No,
he
he
did.
said he wanted
Okay.
to go into infantry.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Lisa, who are we talking about? Yes, ma'am, I sure can. There you go, Crystal. Ladies, Crystal's going to join us.
Oh, great.
Okay.
TM, are we talking Tim Mullins or a female TM? And who is the he? You've got me curious now, Lisa.
Somebody in Holly's chat the other day asked me if I came over from TM's group. And if it's
Oh,
the
yeah.
TM, I'm assuming it is, there's no way you would catch me over there.
Oh, wow. I could tell you weren't real happy about it.
Hi, Jen.
Yes, ma'am.
My phone is laying a foot away from me. And it went blink, blink.
Uh-huh. I'm telling you. I mean, that what happened to me as soon as we got on, I got booted twice.
Yep.
There's something going on that's connected to my phone and tablet and your phone and your computer.
Yep.
I have two guesses that I won't bring any names up, but you know who we're talking about.
Yes. And Charlie, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Charlie.
I love to fish. Where are you at, Corey? I love to fish, honey. My most dream spot in the summertime is to be laying on the banks of the lake and throw a fishing rod or in and lay there. I do not call it catching. I call it fishing for a reason because I never catch a fish. If they meant for you to catch fish, they would call it catching.
Hey, I outfish the guys.
Well, I don't. I sit around.
They were ready to kick me off the boat a few years ago.
I sit around all summer going, here, fishy, 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 fishy.
My son did that when he was a baby. My dad had a fish mounted on the wall, and he had a little fish collar as a gag joke.
You got this for a minute?
Yeah. Crystal, Nana did post the link. Just scroll up a little bit, honey.
There you go, Crystal. Sorry about that, guys. I have a phone call that comes in periodically, and I have to let it run through the whole thing before I can disconnect it. Crystal, you have the link, sweetheart. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to jump off and make everybody stop talking.
That's okay. I'm new to this, so I was like, well, I guess I'm out of there.
No, you're fine. You're going to stay up. The Crystal's going
to... Nothing like dipping your toes in the water, right, Holly?
Mm-hmm.
And get you ready for your own live?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, too. When I canceled, I'm like, I haven't even been on a panel. So this is helpful.
Well, honey, I have still yet to be on anybody else's panel. I've never been on another panel, ever.
Oh, okay. I thought you were on Don B's, but it's the other way, right? He's on.
Right. It was the other way around, yeah.
That's cool. That helps you in your channel.
And I just don't talk to anybody except Nana and her chat.
Yeah, you've told me that before.
Getting more comfortable with it now, but it was rough starting out.
I'm sorry, Crystal. My mistake, sweetheart. The last one I put in there, I just forgot about it. There's the link to come up. Sorry about that. I was giving her somebody's channel link because that was the last copy and paste I did.
Sure, just send her over to another channel where there's probably not even a live going on. Good job.
I think it was Common Sense's panel or channel.
Well, she can't be live because she's with us.
Right.
Yeah. YouTube is brutal. It can be. There are so many super mean people out there that it's kind of intimidating to think about getting on your own live. But that's why you have mods, right?
Exactly. Consider yourself sitting in a bar, and your mods are your bouncers. They're watching your back and watching your viewers' backs.
Yeah, that's a good analogy. That's good.
I'll start swinging my cane.
There you go.
Instead of a wrench, I'll just start swinging my cane.
That'll work.
Corey, you're in Florida? I'm on my way. You sure you ain't got none of that monkey sickness down there, right?
Yeah, what is that about?
That evidently, I had never heard tell of it until I watched Young Sheldon the other night. And he actually spoke about that monkey sickness. And he's like, oh, it's a real thing. And the very next morning I got up and was watching the news, and they started talking about it and the world sickness going rampant this summer. Who do we have? Jen, why are you in here twice? Jen.
Booted.
Well, now you're up there twice.
Well, let me fix it.
I got it.
All right, yeah, kick one of me out of there.
Nope, I kicked somebody else out.
Charlie.
Sorry about
Keep that in mind.
Whoops. Playing merry-go-round.
You got the second me out of there. But it's funny, as soon as we started talking about that, it happened again.
Right. Crystal, what was you wanting to say, babe?
I was just talking about fishing. I was going to tell you. I went and please overlook my speech right now. I have had surgery on my mouth. Not drunk. I don't do nothing like that. But I went camping this weekend and fishing and had a really, really good time. But now there is some things, privately I want to talk to you about that I found out in the last couple of days about what we were talking about the other day.
Okay, awesome. Oh, by the way, Holly, just so you know, Crystal is a licensed foster care parent in Kentucky.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah. She actually came up on panel and talked to us one night and told us a little bit about some. Now, granted, some of the rules changed, between the states, but she told us what she could about the Kentucky and their foster care system and stuff.
Oh, that's good. That's really good information. This whole thing.
I owe all that to Summer.
Yeah.
Summer is the whole reason that I got in it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's awesome, though, because Summer has made me decide that when my now 16-year-old son leaves home, I want to become a foster parent.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, I had kind of already felt like that was something I wanted to do for a while now. I think God was just kind of tugging at my heart and saying I need to do that. And with the Summer's case and seeing this situation that she lived in, I'm like, I need to go ahead and do this.
Yes, Charlie, Holly is common. Not common as in everyday common, but common sense. Yes.
I'm pretty common, too.
Oh, you are not.
I started my channel. I'm like, nobody's going to want to listen to me. I'm just this, wife and mom in North Carolina. But I think it was you. I can't remember. Somebody said to me, no, I think it was Why Crime. She and I are friends. And she said something to me about, I see myself, and I totally agree. I see myself more as a subscriber that puts out videos than really a creator, because it's being a subscriber that wants to have a voice. That's how she put it.
That's
and
exactly
really
it. That's exactly how I felt. And that's why I do not address my channel as anything like drama or true crime or anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the whole reason I started it was because I could not get any of the creators to hear what I was saying.
Yes, exactly.
And so I wanted to supply myself, along with all my viewers, a place where they were allowed to come and have a say. If they want to jump up on panel, and I don't care about the opinions as long as it's not rude, crude, or disrespectful to anyone.
Right. Right.
I
Yeah,
think that's where. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Go.
I think that's where creators are making a mistake. We can all have different opinions. I mean, I try to be very, very open minded. But if each one of us feels differently about this case, and something stuck out to everybody in a different way. And this is my own personal opinion, but I feel like if we came together and brainstormed those together, then we'd get a lot farther than bickering backwards and forwards. That's something I never want to be part of. I don't see it helping Summer. Now, when I had a channel for a while, actually, I just put up, which I've put most of those to private, but I put up songs. That's all I pretty much documented at the time. I was documenting myself, learning myself how to play a piano. And like I've told Nana, I remember exactly where I was when I got the Amber Alert on my phone. My husband drives a semi, and I remember seeing that and thinking right off, well, that's probably a non-custodial parent that's took a, we hear of that a lot, took a child and didn't bring them back.
Exactly.
And then the more I saw, I mean, the more involved I got in it. I mean, more passionate I became about it. I found myself listening to just about everybody's channel. And which I'll say now that probably wasn't the wisest idea, but I did that. And then I thought, well, I just want to make a video that because now one of the first things I did was I had a magnet made for my husband's semi with Summer's picture on it, her missing information and stuff like that, because his semi goes all over the United States.
Right.
Oh, that's a great idea.
So that was one of the first things that I done. And then I had one made for my car, because in reality, we do not know what happened to this kid. We don't. I mean, like I said, everybody has their opinions and they're entitled to them. But I thought, well, I'll make a video, because I felt like that wasn't enough. And I made the Summerwells challenge that's on my channel. And yeah, I've made a couple videos about Summer, but I want to cover a lot of code cases on mine. And I'll tell you why. Not because I don't love Summer, I do. And if something new develops, I will cover that. I mean, new as in new information, not bickering backwards and forwards, but, and speculations. But we've got a lot of cases out there. I mean, just around me, that's been code cases for years. And back then, they didn't have the internet to get this information out. And I feel like I'm less, I guess you could say, meddling in an investigation with a code case than an active case. Now, I'm not saying anything about it. Like I said, I have made videos on about Summer, but on like putting out stuff we don't know that's facts and stuff like that, I'm really not into that. If information comes up and it's credible information, I'll do a video on it. But other than that, today I put out one of my first code cases, which I've been working on for a long time, and I'm working up to the case that's hard for me to do, but it's my uncle's code case. And I've ordered the transcripts on those. But that's kind of the direction I want my channel to go. I do want to cover current events, but not to the point that I'm meddling in an investigation. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Yes.
That's awesome. That's good. You know,
But now, even with making those videos, I felt like I wasn't making a difference. And like I said, I made a couple videos. And I talked to my husband, and we prayed about it. Prayed hard about it, actually. And that's why I got into foster care, because I figure, you know, the system has let so many kids down. And if I can be a part of helping a kid have a safe home, then I'm all about that.
Yeah.
And
Holly,
that's where I can see making a change.
Holly, why did you start your channel?
Like I said, I felt like there wasn't a lot of voices who or a lot of people out there, creators who thought the way I did. And I would ask certain creators questions that I thought were really important and not get answers. And, you know, just start feeling really passionate about bringing things out that I thought were important. And, you know, I'm like, hey, why don't I just, you know, make my own videos? I can do this. And I have to say, in the first period of doing it, first couple of months, I was so on fire and passionate about how I feel like Summer was abused within her home and neglected, that you know, it was almost too much for me. But I'm at the point now where I'm like, you know, I don't really understand why people would think that Summer was fine and that her family should be supported. I still don't, but I'm not so angry anymore about people who do support the family. I think I was so revved up when I got started, and that's what caused me to start it. And, you know, I feel really convicted that I need to start covering other kids' cases. It's, you know, like you said, there's such a need out there. I've just been so wrapped up in Summer since last June. It's been, I'm telling you, you know, from like the week after she went missing, I found out. And then from there, it was every day waking up and immediately going to YouTube to see if there was new information.
I still do that.
Yeah.
I still do that.
Yeah. I just, you know, thought about it all the time. And now it's just, it feels like Summer is a part of my life, you know, like
she is. She really is. And my kids were, and this is all in joking manner, guys, but my kids were literally considering committing me to an insane asylum, because that's all they were so happy when I started a YouTube channel so that I would stop trying to talk to them about this case.
Yes. I think my
husband was happy when I started talking to you, so I'd quit talking to him about it.
Oh man.
Now, as far as the family goes, as far as the family goes, I mean, I'm not supporting the family. I'm just choosing not to dog them either.
Right.
And I've got a reason for that, my own personal reason for that. I wonder, had social media been so broad, what would people have said about me when my children died? And now, I don't think I could have. I couldn't have handled it. I really couldn't have. Not with social media, because you know, you do have people out there that just assume. But a little backstory, if not, I don't care for me saying. In 2005, me and my husband woke up to literally hell on earth. Our home was engulfed in flames.
Oh no.
And two middle children didn't make it out of that fire. My daughter was 6 months old at the time. We was able to get her out a window, and my oldest son was at his biological dad's house, and the two middle ones had hid.
Oh no.
And so one of them was 3 years old and one was 2. And like everybody else, you go through a grief process. And at first, I was so mad at God.
I bet.
I mean, I didn't, for one thing, my husband, they didn't think he was going to make it. They had to airlift him out to a burn unit. When people say we got out with the clothes on our back, we didn't get out with that. We slept in our undies. And he got burnt. He got burnt all over. Well, I remember, and keep in mind, at the time, I led choir. My husband was a youth pastor. So if you would have asked me before that if I would have ever been mad at God, I would have said, there's no chance. But when I was at the hospital and my husband was in that burn unit, one of my sister-in-law, and I swear we're as close as sisters, she said, he's a merciful God. And I remember how I reacted to that. I said, mercy? Where do you see the mercy in this? My kids are gone. We have nothing. My husband, I don't know if he's going to make it. Where do you see there's mercy in this? And of course, I was mad. I was mad at God. I did not understand. They wouldn't let me stay there that night because it was a chance that I would spread like bacteria to him. He was burnt that bad, and wouldn't even really let me in the room with him. I had to look at him through a glass. So I came back to my parents' home, and some of you may not believe in God. That's your choice. I mean, I do. And I do stronger now today than I ever have. And this is why. When I got back home, my mom, she was alive at that time, and she said, she was talking to me. And I remember saying to her, Mom, I don't think I'll ever be able to lay down and sleep another night without being afraid. Well, eventually, I actually did just pass out from exhaustion, I guess, in a recliner. And when I woke up, the Bible was open beside of me. And the very first verse that I saw was, God did not give us a spirit of fear, but of power and love and of a sound mind. And keep in mind, I'm mad at God even then. And I remember it was instant. I said, Lord, you said, no matter what I go through, you have been there before. Well, when did you lose 2 kids to a fire? And it was instant. He said, every day. Every day someone turns me away. And you talk about an eye opener. I mean, and I went straight to my mom because, she was my sounding board. She was my stronghold. And I went straight to my mom and I said, Mom, you ain't going to believe this. I said, did you open that Bible? She said, what are you talking about? I said, the Bible by the recliner. Did you open it? She said, no, I didn't open it. Well, now keep in mind, my dad couldn't read. And at that time, didn't read the Bible no way. And I told her what had happened. And she said, Crystal, she said, Satan will try to turn you from your father, meaning God. Right. She said, don't let him do you that way. And I instantly asked the Lord, I said, Lord, I know I got mad. I'm sorry. But I know I can't bring them boys back. But I also know that you can bring my husband out of that burn unit.
Right.
Well, now the house caught on fire on a Sunday. And on a Wednesday, they told me, they said, go ahead and have their funeral because he's not getting out of this hospital anytime soon. So I went home and started making funeral plans by myself. Well, because he wasn't going to be able at that time to get out, I also scheduled a small service at the hospital he was at. And so he would be able to attend that. Well, it took me from Wednesday to Friday to get all that organized.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got, and his service, the service that they were having at the hospital was supposed to be that Friday. So I got back to the hospital that Friday, and my husband had his dress clothes on.
What?
And
oh my gosh.
Now, before this, I had prayed. I said, Lord, you said you wouldn't let me go through. Sometimes we got to remind God. Not that we have to, but it's good to remind him of his word.
That's
And
true.
I said, Lord, you said you would not put me through no more than I can bear. I cannot bury my boys alone.
Hang on a second, Crystal. Guys, I'm not sure what the talk is in chat, but like I said a while ago, please, let's not be talking about, I don't care if we talk about other creators, that's fine. I just don't want anything bad said about them because I don't want retaliation against my channel, okay? That's all I'm saying. And thank you, Charlie. I seen where you were taking care of that. I just wanted to say that, though. Sorry, Crystal. I just needed to get
no,
that.
Honey, you're fine.
But
you're fine. But when I got back on that Friday, he had his dress clothes on, and he had his bags there, sitting on the hospital bed. And now, keep in mind, when I called the day before, his oxygen levels was dropping. They thought they were going to have to do skin grafts on his hands. Wow. And he said, I'm going home. And instantly, you're supposed to have faith the grain of the mustard seed. Well, I started questioning. I said, well, you mean you're going home? You are not leaving this hospital until you're well. So I went marching my little hyper honey and out to the nurse's station. And they said, we can't explain it. But yes, he is ready to go home. He's not going to need a skin graft.
Wow.
And his oxygen has been 98 all day.
That is great.
So, I mean, even in your darkest hour, he can be your best friend.
Right.
And he has been mine.
Yes.
But, when it comes to Summer's case, I often wondered, what would have people said? I mean, because as a parent, I tried to get my boys out of that home. My husband almost died trying to. But you've got people in this world that would have twisted that every which way. So that's the reason I hold my stance of I'm going to be neutral. I ain't supporting the family, but I'm not going to dog them. I mean, I'm not going to harass them. It's law enforcement's job to find them guilty.
That's right.
Is there something, Charlie? Jen, is there something wrong?
No, I'm just reading over chat. I just wanted to let everybody know that the mods are out in full effect. So anybody saying anything negative or derogatory about other creators in Nana's chat, your comment will be removed. It is perfectly okay to bring up other creators' names as long as we are not putting them down or talking bad about them.
Okay, give me a joke, Jen. I need a joke.
A joke.
I need a joke.
I The only joke that I had, I already told you twice today.
You're
I
so
don't
stupid.
I don't know if Holly was around for that one. Should I tell everybody again?
Yes, tell it.
Okay. If a woman with big boobs works at Hooters, where does a woman with one leg work?
I hop.
There you go.
That sounds like what me and my family call a dad joke.
Okay, come on. Somebody come out with another joke. Holly, you got any?
Well, I want to go back and say thank you to Crystal for sharing that. I honestly and truly believe everything happens for a reason. And I think I needed to hear that. I'm taking it to heart. So thank you, Crystal.
Yes, thank you, Crystal.
You're very
Sorry, I
welcome.
wasn't going to blow it off.
And to everybody in chat, thank you all. I mean, we all get affected by things differently. We really do. And I guess, like I said, that's the reason I have my stance with this case the way I do, is because comes back to do unto others as you'd have them to do unto you.
Right. I tend to fall on the side of being too judgmental. I have to really watch it. But I used to be on my high horse all the time because I was so freaking determined to do everything right in my life. And then I hit a wall one day and everything went crazy, and God really taught me the lesson of mercy, and how we can't be judging others. Like you said, you don't know the whole story. You don't know the real heart of those people. So I needed to hear that.
Well, hey, I have totally been there, and I can remember my grandma when she was alive. She would say, "Now judge not, lest you be judged with that same judgment." And I really didn't even understand what that meant until after, I got older. But it's true. I mean,
Right.
Nana, this is
Yeah.
something I would never ever do before, but um, I I think Holly needs to hear it. I sent you an email. Would you care to play that?
Will you send it today?
Yeah, just a little bit, or I can drop the link. I
Oh,
guess I
no.
can. I don't know. I probably do. I can drop the link in the chat if you want me
Oh,
to.
it's a video?
Yeah, it's from my channel, or you can go to my channel and do it.
No, I got it. Hang on. Here you go, Holly.
And this is normally something I never do.
There you go, Holly. You can grab it, honey.
Okay. So if I click on this, am I going to leave the chat?
Probably.
Oh,
Uh,
you
just
go ahead.
you want me to go ahead and if you put it in chat, I go ahead and share it on the screen. That's fine. It's nothing personal.
I don't know exactly how to do that. I mean, I know how to share a picture. I don't know how to share a video.
Okay, just a second.
Crystal, I'm probably going to finish up here pretty soon. I gotta
Well,
get up and go to work in the morning, but I will definitely check that out. After I leave here for sure. Thank you.
it's the only song left on my channel, so it'd be
Oh, okay.
easy to find.
Okay. All right. Good.
Anyways,
Well,
so give us, before you take off, give us some of your wise wisdom
about what? Anything?
about the case. Yeah, anything.
The case. Oh gosh.
Tell me your thoughts about Ronnie Lawson.
I really think there's something there. People joke about being a conspiracy theorist and stuff like that, but I really, really studied it, and there's something up. There's something up there. And this is very much allegedly. I can't probably shouldn't even be saying this idea out loud, but I know that Ronnie Lawson got in office in 2010.
Right.
And when he got elected that year, he gave out this quote unquote warning to the news stations to let everybody, all the drug dealers, know they were coming after him. And then there was a whole slew of arrests, like 34,000, not 30, like 3,400 people. It was just a huge amount. I can't remember. 34 people probably were arrested for drugs, for trafficking and selling. And then that was like 2013. Well, if he went in and he just cleaned house like that, why did the drug problem continue to get worse?
My question would be, if he went in and cleaned house that easy, first of all, why didn't his dad do it? What, 3 years prior to that?
Right.
Or before Ronnie Lawson took office? And two, if he went in and cleaned house that easy, he must have known where they were at.
Yeah. And my question is, the drug situation there is so bad in Hawkins County. I'm like, did he clean out the existing dealers and traffickers that were in there to put his own in?
Exactly.
That's what I was going to say, that I'm kind of nervous to even say. But that's what I see. That's what I believe.
You didn't say it. You ask a question, and asking questions is okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I just wonder.
That would be my first guess.
Where was Carly Trent?
On Ronnie Lawson's property. Yeah. But yeah, that would be my guess. I've wondered that myself. And plus, that one guy, have you found out the information about the guy named Jason? He was picked up, put in the cruiser, handcuffed. They get to the station and get ready to get him out of the car, and he just got gone, Holly. He was gone.
No, when was that?
Yeah. And they found his body a year later, dead on Beach Creek.
Oh my gosh. You're kidding.
No.
Oh man.
I found that little piece of information out through Liplock.
Really?
Yes. And then there's the other guy.
An awful lot of people are just getting gone.
Yeah. Then there's the other guy that was running from Greene County, I think, and crossed the Hawkins County line. And the deputies finally got him stopped, and they jerked him out of the truck, allegedly, and beat the crap out of him. There's pictures of him on the internet right now. He is a lawsuit.
I did a video on him. His trial is a year from next month, June 2023. I'm watching that one.
Okay, so I would say Jason was probably maybe a year or so before that.
Yeah. Wow. Yep.
But then there's that body that washed up out of the septic drain on Beach Creek a couple of years ago.
Yep. Yep.
I mean, there's a lot of mysterious stuff that happens in Beach Creek.
Yeah. It does not look right. Not at all. I don't know.
Just a second, ladies. Let me see here.
I believe that I'm not saying that Dawn and Candace don't have something to do with it. I wholeheartedly believe they have something in that, 100%. Mm-hmm. But I believe there is outer branches of that, if you know what I mean.
Right, exactly. There's always the chance that this is taking so long because maybe the FBI is investigating Hawkins County too.
I was saying that from the get-go, and I was so hoping and praying.
Yeah, I hope so, because there's nothing worse in my mind than a corrupt police department. I mean, we count on them. You're supposed to be able to trust them.
Well, honey, did you hear about that one video I did about the pedo, the RO pediatrician of Rogersville?
Yes, I did. That was so interesting. He had given all that money, right, to the Carly
Right.
Trent reward?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And you have to wonder how many kids did he do like a school physical on or examine, and those children were messed with, and because he was who he was, he never reported it.
Oh,
Think about it.
sick. That's sick. That tells you a lot right there.
He would have been, the boys would have been the right ages to have gotten like their school physicals and stuff from him.
Exactly.
Now, he was already being charged before Summer was old enough to worry about a physical or anything. But the boys were the right age.
Oh, God. It's awful. Yeah, I'm just going to lose my thought. Yeah, he's actually, didn't in your video say that he's now like a professor somewhere?
No,
Oh, okay.
it's, there's rumor, I don't know if it's true or not, but there's rumor that he may still be practicing. Oh, no, he was in, when he was doing that, he was also, or may still be, the like physical ed coach or something like that at a high school.
Oh, my gosh. That's the worst.
Yeah.
That's the worst possible place.
Right.
That's so sick.
And Scott H says that he was not married, did not have kids, and had those two boys at a sleepover at his house.
Mm.
Now, if you don't have kids and you don't have a wife, why are you having little boys sleep at your house?
Yeah, really. That's a red flag right there. Jeez.
I mean, it's just,
I don't have much mercy for people that do that. I think that's, whenever I think about Summer and knowing what Dawn did to his stepsisters, I think that really is the thing that makes me most angry, is knowing that he did that to his stepsister when she was 5. It'd be one thing for him to just have done it, but when he admitted it, he blamed her. And I literally almost wanted to throw up. I mean, that was the sickest thing
right.
to say, oh, she came on to me. Are you freaking kidding me? That is, I mean, that tells us a lot about Dawn right off the bat. That's disgusting.
Right. There was somebody a minute ago or a little while ago that had put in chat that they heard a phone call that CM did where Dawn was cussing Mary out and was talking about doing that. That was not the first time that he admitted it. He actually admitted it when he was doing the phone interview with Chris McDonough himself.
Mm-hmm.
Not the phone call with Mary, but the actual interview that Chris McDonough did. He admitted doing that.
Right. Yep, he sure did. Mm-hmm. He said something about apologizing, that he had tried to apologize.
Right.
But then turned around and blamed her. Sick.
Hi, everybody that I haven't caught coming in. Louise, everybody. Hello. I didn't mean to ignore you. But we have Common Sense, True Crime, and Cold Cases with Crystal on panel along with me and Jen. And Jen, do you realize that your name is up there, not your handle?
I don't. I'm trying to figure that out now. For some reason, it bounced me off of my tablet back over to my phone. And now there's I've got 2 chats going on, and I can't get out of it to put my handle up there.
Here, let me boot you out and you come try it and then come back in, okay?
All right, you'll have to.
All right, I will.
Well, I'm going to head off of here for now. Now, thank you so much for having me on and sharing my channel. I really
Thank
enjoyed
you.
it.
When the next time that you come up, we'll actually have a specific conversation to discuss, okay?
Okay, that's fine too. I enjoyed it either way.
Okay, well, I appreciate you coming, hon. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Tell Jen I said bye.
Are you here, Jen?
I'm still here. Good night, Holly.
All right, good night. See you guys later. Have a good night.
You
Bye,
too.
honey.
Bye.
Nana, for some reason, it is not. I don't know if you tried to boot me yet, but it did not boot me at all.
Yeah, I did try to boot you, but it didn't work.
I don't know what the hell is going on.
Probably some of the little talk we were having earlier.
I'm thinking so because I was on the tablet talking, and then I went to get a cigarette, and I came back, and then I was on my phone, and it was showing up on both devices.
Oh, wow.
And
Listen to what Kathy says. Listen here. Look. Says, I'm telling you, all kinds of weird stuff has been happening to my electronic devices since I started following this case. It scares me.
Okay, how much longer are you planning on staying on?
Why?
Because I was going to completely back out of both devices and shut everything down and only come back in on the one.
That's fine. Go ahead. I'll be here.
Okay, I'm going to shut the phone down and come back in on my tablet, so I will be right back.
Okay, sweetie.
All right, hon.
Now, I tell you what bothers me with what scares me with this case is, you hear people say, well, I'm sure law enforcement knows about that, or the FBI knows about that. But there is a lot of cases. I know what happens in the cities, but more so in these small towns that never get solved.
Right.
I mean, and a lot of times, see, the same thing about it, and Nana, I know you know what I'm saying. In small towns, everybody knows everybody.
Yes.
And that includes the cops.
Yep.
I mean,
they have their certain people that they go talk to. That's for sure.
and I mean, the 4-hour gap, yeah, that explains why the scream would be unfounded, because they would have presumed her being gone before the scream ever happened.
Right. Well, because I don't, that was the only thing. I never understood why he would say that it was unfounded. How could he know it was unfounded? There was no way to verify that it didn't have anything to do with Summer. Unless he already
But it also makes me wonder if it's a situation where, and I don't want this to come across wrong, but where he just may have had other run-ins with Jody Sue before then and didn't find her credible. Because, the law was called the day before Summer went missing over Dobbs.
Right.
What was that exchange about?
That I don't know.
When I say that, people, I mean, when I say that, I am not in no way accusing anybody. I'm just saying what don't really look good. I mean, there is a lot of things and a lot of people that, in this case, that it just looks shady.
Hang on a second.
If you've got anything.
Hang on, Crystal. Kathy says I had everything hacked a few weeks ago, Nana. That's why my name and picture changed. I changed all passwords too. So glad my PayPal and bank accounts wasn't linked on anything. Wow. Did you find out who did it, Kathy? I did throw it, but I'll throw it again. Hang on. Never found out, huh?
You threw the YouTube link again?
Yeah, I did. That's what Don Wells said, was that the officer gave her a bottle of liquor out of the trunk of his car. That was supposedly, if I remember correctly, and I may not, But supposedly that was the night Summer went missing. They gave her a bottle of liquor.
And I'm sorry, but that ain't normal.
I don't know if they have or not, hon. I know I have a copy of that receipt that Ziggy D supposedly supplied. I have a copy of it. And I mean, it looks a whole lot more official than the stuff that the other YouTuber put out there as returned property or whatever that was supposed to have been.
Oh, that was supposed to be an evidence list. I firmly believe that it was a returned items receipt.
Why does it keep messing with it? I've not put anything else in there. It should. Why is it doing that?
Deborah, I agree.
Jen, I've just put the link down, hon. Mine, I'm looking right at it and it's saying StreamYard. It's been saying StreamYard.
Okay, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I don't know what the problem with that was, hon.
I don't know, but it kept taking me to other places. But I'm here now, so.
Okay. So, who is the outside of? I mean, because we've dug through the wells up one end and down the other. In addition to them, who is y'all's suspects? I mean, who sticks out to you?
Besides Dawn and Candace?
Yeah, I mean, just stuff that maybe we haven't really thought of yet.
Dawn and Candace, honey. I've said that from the get-go, and I won't give up on it. Dawn was diddling the baby, and he found out CPS was coming the next day, and he said, Candace, we got to take care of this. Candace figured out a way to take care of it, and Dawn cleaned up the mess when he got home that evening. I have said that from the beginning, and I will stick to it until this case is over. I'm telling y'all, I don't know the who, what, where, or why, but I'm telling y'all that was the order that it happened, and that's that. If I'm wrong, I will come on here and I will kiss their butts and give them 30 minutes to draw a crowd. But I'm telling you, that's what happened. Now, how they got rid of that baby is beyond me. If we could figure out how they got her off that hill, we could probably solve this case.
Do we have definitive proof that CPS was involved beforehand?
Jen, do you know?
As far as definitive proof, I do not have definitive proof. I've seen nothing on paper, but Don B did put his video out about CPS being involved. Ziggy, when Ziggy first came out, she put out that whole video about CPS. So as far as seeing a paper trail, no, I have not personally seen it, but it's been potentially confirmed through several sources.
This is why I'm asking. And I mean, this is just brainstorm. I'm in no ways saying, because like I said, Tennessee could be a lot different than Kentucky. But if they had an open case and one of those children went missing, they should have removed the other kids on June the 15th.
Absolutely.
They were there for, 6 weeks?
Yeah. Kathy, I'm not trying to sound ignorant. What's a 5150?
Crazy.
Oh, maybe I'm crazy.
I think we all are at this point.
I was hearing it a while ago. Yes, I was hearing it a while ago, Kathy. But I kept thinking it was Jen's phone. After the Elvis song thing night, it was like 2 days after everything flopped for me, Jen. Wow.
What does that mean? I'm lost.
Our devices were probably, a week ago when both of our devices started going black.
Yes.
But we could still hear everything that was being said or whatever.
Yes. And about 3 days ago, my mouse started going crazy. The screen on my phone started going crazy about a week ago, wasn't it, Jen?
Yeah.
Started moving. Me sitting there looking at it, and my screen would flip from different screens. And me not even touching it.
I ain't had nothing like that, but now I have been on YouTube and be able to see the chat, but the screen, like where the people are, or the video, it's not happened on some, but they would just go black. I mean, normally it's on this case. But I thought I was probably on YouTube too long, and that was a hint to get off.
No, I had set my laptop to the side and walked to the kitchen to grab a cigarette, and I came back, and all of a sudden I'm on both devices, which I run both anyway, because I chat on the one and then keep an eye on chat on the other. But chat was running on both of them, and it was coming out of both devices, and I couldn't back out of either of them and had to power everything down.
And then a lot of crazy stuff's been going on today, too. Yes, flickering. I don't know. I thought I had my own suspicions, but I didn't realize everybody else was having problems, too.
Yeah, like I don't run the chat on my tablet when I'm talking. I just run the chat on my phone. And chat was going so fast on my tablet screen. And that's when I told you that I couldn't back out of either device.
Okay, Jen, you got this for a second?
Yeah, go ahead, honey.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Uh-huh. So is me and Nana the only ones having issues besides me, Nana, and Kathy?
Well, now the only issues I've had is, like I said, I'd be watching some true crime channels, and the screen would go black, but the chat would still be there. But I just contributed that to watching way too much YouTube.
That's what happened to me and Nana both
yes,
last
Charlie,
week.
we did.
Yeah, that happened to Nana and I both last week.
Well, now that's happened to me several times.
It was just funny because wasn't even a half hour after I got done telling her that it happened on my phone. She said, Jen, you're never going to believe this. Guess what just happened to my phone? And the exact same thing happened to hers.
And I promise I wasn't playing copycat.
Sure, you just wanted to be like me. Ha ha.
Yeah, that's it.
Geez, Louise says that means remote access takeover.
Yeah, that's exact. Jen, you remember what I was telling you about earlier?
Yeah, what we were talking about?
Yes. Remote access.
I am starting to honestly think that.
Hey, geez Louise, let me ask you something. Do you know anything about this? About the remote access stuff? Just answer yes or no.
Hi, Ruby Pearl. I didn't see you come in.
Oh, she was here. She left, though.
Oh, well, I had to jump out a few times and try to fix things, so I might have just missed her. I promise I wasn't trying to be rude. I am happy that we got to have Holly on tonight.
Yes.
She can dip her toes in and get ready for her own life.
Geez Louise, please answer me. I've really got a good question for you. Ouch, biscuit. Damn it. What is that noise?
The
I
only thing
hear
I hear,
a roaring noise.
No,
the
I
only
hear,
thing I hear is your frogs.
no, I'm hearing somebody. It sounds like somebody's clipping their toenails.
Not on my end.
You know
I
the
don't
clip.
hear no toenail clipping.
No, I mean you know the sound that the clippers make. It goes click click when you mash it.
I've got nothing going on my end except a TV, and there's no toenail clipping.
Guys, stop making fun of me. That's just the first sound that it reminded me of.
I'm not making fun of you. I'm just letting you know nothing on my end is making that sound.
Jeez Louise, it never did answer me.
Mason says that she agrees that it's remote access.
Who? Jeez Louise said that?
Oh, Elizabeth Mason.
Oh, Elizabeth, do you know anything about the remote access? Okay, if your mouse moves around and you're not touching it, been hacked, my stuff has been fine, but I run Apple. No, honey, what I want to know is, I know what remote access is, and I know the signs of it. I want to know, I know in the past they've been able to turn on your microphone and your camera. That's why I keep my cameras all covered. But can they still turn on your microphone and listen to what you're saying? That's what I'm wanting to know. Yes, they can. Jen, what'd I tell you?
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty sure I know who it is.
So it's both of us. And I could almost guarantee that I know who it is.
I don't agree. I think it's the other one.
Really?
Yes. Honestly. That's when mine started going haywire, I'm telling you.
But would that affect both of us?
I don't know. But I'm telling you, I asked the person when it started happening.
No, Charlie asked if it could be FBI. I don't see why FBI would be looking at Nana or me. We're not doing anything different than any of the other hundreds of YouTubers do.
Okay, Geez Louise says no, they can't control the microphone. No, I wants to prove the remote access for IT help. Yeah, that's what okay, you don't know about it. Okay, yeah. I get what you're saying now. That's how I know about it. I've done it a bunch. I mean, not here lately, but before. Honey, I open a lot of emails. No, I think mine is because I gave control to someone for just like a day or two. Just check on something for me.
Oh.
I'm on the complete opposite end of that. I think it's the person we blocked and eliminated.
And people hack into people's home systems all the time, like Siri, etc. And Tim knows, and could they I'm still hearing the damn toenail clipping here, guys.
Does it sound like this?
Yes,
that
thank
it?
you. Yes.
Okay, and that maybe that is me. That's my mouse. I was
Okay.
going to show you something. We were talking about, how police don't always do the best at looking at stuff or looking into stuff and taking stuff seriously.
Yeah.
This is an article. Can I share it?
Okay, Nana.
You got it, Jen?
No, I'm blocking the bots.
All right. Yes, go ahead,
Can I
Crystal.
share this article?
Yeah.
Okay, just a second.
All about summer. I get that. That's why the clicking sound was getting to me. But it turned out to be Crystal and her mouse.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just a second. Okay, I guess I'll have to do it like this because it's not a video. Will it let me share a picture and it not a video?
I don't know,
Or
honey.
do
I
I
don't know
just need to
how to
do
video.
this?
Nana, you see that on the bottom of the screen?
Okay, I got
That's
it.
who I just hit from the channel.
You what?
The person on the bottom of your screen right now. That is who I just hid from the channel.
Yeah, that's not her.
I don't need to know about
Okay.
single romantic men.
Why are they showing up as cold case Crystal?
No, it's coming up on my end. It's
No.
Nina Nabil, or I can't pronounce it, but
No, I'm telling you. Hang on, I'm taking a picture of it.
No.
It's Crystal.
No.
You're sitting beside
explain.
it. Oh, that's you.
Is my screen share.
Right. Okay. I'm freaking out here. Okay.
Okay. This is the case in Middlesboro, Bell County, Kentucky. There was 2 women that was murdered in a short period of time. Both women knew each other, and the outgoing prosecutor had this to say about the case.
Can't
Says
read it,
Bell
honey.
County I'm going to read it for you. Bell County Commonwealth's attorney Bill Hayes said police had not pursued all leads in the slaying of Jennifer Bailey and Greta Henson.
Remember to watch what you say, hon.
Oh,
No violence or anything. Or they'll demonetize or not let me monetize this live stream.
oh, I'm sorry. But anyways, this proves that, this was just a attorney that spoke out.
Right.
That everything wasn't looked at. It goes on, it says everybody wasn't questioned.
Right.
So when I say, in small towns it's even worse, well, it's because everybody knows everybody.
That's true. I agree.
And I mean, they went as far as to publish this.
Kathy, that's because people probably from here, when we're all hollering to go and sub to everybody's channel, everybody just runs across and subs. And I seen today on Don B's channel, I think it's his members. He shows their profile picture on his channel. I think it's his members. So a lot of people will sub like that to you. Who is that guy?
I have no idea, but he's gone now.
What year was that, Crystal? Red ask.
The article was published in I think 95. But the first lady, it happened to her in 1990, and the second one was 1992. They were cousins. Um, the second one, her home had been broke in 2 days prior to what happened to her. Um, and the first one, they even had sketches and named where the men was, where they thought they lived, which was northern Tennessee. And still, cold cases. Nobody, there's never been justice for these women.
Huh. That's sad. Is that from Harlan, Kentucky? She said,
Yet, the article is.
yeah.
It's the case of Jennifer Bailey and Greta Henson. And I encourage you all, look at those cases. I mean, it's wild. I
Hey,
reached out to one of the.
Crystal, I'm going to give you a case I want you to do, okay? You said you want to get into cold cases. And it's not really, this one's not solved. It's been solved. And they actually had to go to court twice over it because of a big mix-up in Knoxville. But it's Christian. I always forget that. Hang on. But if you're going to do a story, I want you to do this one, okay?
All right.
Shannon Christensen and Chris something or other. It's a horrible, horrible
Shannon.
story. Hang on, I'll give you both
Well,
quick.
now,
Okay, it's Shannon, spelled Channon, Christian, and Christopher Newsom. And they're out of
SHANNON.
Christian. It's Christian, yeah. And Christopher Newsom. It's a real young couple. They were like early or late teens, early 20s. You need to, that's one you need to do a story on, because people have sort of gotten away from it and forgot about it, and that needs to be brought up because that was horrifying for those couples, and people need to pay attention when they're walking out to their cars. This couple was walking out of their home and got in their car, and that's as far as they made it.
Well,
It's horrible.
my next one is actually going to be on my uncle. On his case.
Lisa. Bye, Lisa. Good night, hon. Have a good night. I'm glad you were here, sweetheart. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Lisa, or Crystal.
Oh, no, you're fine. I said the next case that I do is going to be on my uncle.
Your uncle?
Yeah. He was, well, killed in 1987.
Yeah.
And
Where were you working, Donna? Sorry, where were you working at, Donna? No, I mean, I don't expect you to tell me where. You said you were working in Knoxville when it happened, though.
there's another case that's fairly close in my area that I'm going to do too. It is supposed to be solved, but it's the Betty Carnes case.
Yeah.
And I've talked to a lot of people that worked with her that day, and I don't know what words I can use to get around that. But anyways, her demise happened while at work, and she was put in a drum. You can imagine what had to happen to be put in a drum.
Oh yeah,
But
that's
they're saying, yeah, but
this case,
they're saying that the man that done it was able to do it in 20 minutes.
right. This case that I'm talking
With no,
about, that was what happened with these kids. Red, it happened on January the 6th, 2007 in Knoxville, Tennessee. The girl was left in the house and the boy was found on the railroad tracks. And like I said, they had to have a trial over that twice. All five people that did it had to go to trial twice.
well, now, in my uncle's case, the man went to trial. He got life in prison. And then on a technicality, they threw it out.
Right.
So he did not even 30 days. But I'm waiting on the transcripts for that trial to come to do hit. But now the thing about Jennifer Bailey's case that really, really sticks with me is August the 16th will be 32 years. On the 30th anniversary, police released items that was taken from her back in 1990. And I quote, they said, "We are releasing this information in hopes that someone will remember getting it either as a gift or seeing it pawned." Now, my question is this, and now keep in mind, in this case, they think political parties had something to do with it. That's
Right.
the speculation online. Why wait 30 years to release evidence that you think the public could help you identify?
I don't know, hon. Gemma.
I mean, somebody.
Sorry, Gemma. Was there new news out of Texas? Is that why you put that?
Yes, please, Gemma, if you have an update, please tell us.
The last I heard, there was 15.
23 victims, including the person who did it.
Last I heard, it was 14.
Yes, everybody needs to say a new prayer.
I do know
What
that I
is
will
this
probably
world
have
coming to?
Nana.
What, Jen?
I said I do know that I will probably have to jump off of here soon. I've got 2 dead devices.
All right. Well, we've been on here for 3 hours. We could probably go ahead and jump off.
Yeah, I don't want to
Yeah,
cut you
I need
short.
to get off here myself.
You know how my devices are if I don't keep them both plugged in.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Crystal, for coming up.
Donna, thank you. Thanks for letting me come up. And I always try to say this before I even leave any panel, including my own. Remember, people, it takes 0 effort to be a good human being. I love y'all. Good night.
Good night, hon.
Good night, hon. Okay, now on that note, I'm going to go ahead and let everybody get some sleep, including you. You need to rest.
I will probably not be resting. I will probably be sitting up watching my damn phone tick.
Well, you know I'll be in the bed watching my phone do whatever it's going to do. So if you need absolutely anything, you know I'm right there.
All right.
All right, honey, I love you.
I love you. Good night, Gemma, Charlie K, Louise, Donna, Red, Kathy, Gemma, Red, Kathy, Donna, Gemma, Kathy, Corey, Deborah.
In general, good night, everyone.
Yeah, everybody. The people I didn't say, I'm sorry. Good night.
Right.
Say a prayer for the case. Say a prayer for the kids. Hug your own children and tell them how much you love them. And for God's sakes, call your parents or go and see them, and your grandparents.
If you still have them.
Yes. Well, even if you don't, you can always go to the graveyard.
Yep.
So, good night, everybody. I love you all. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for helping cheer me up. And we will see you maybe tomorrow night. We'll see. I'll let you guys know in the morning. Good night, guys. Good night,
Good night,
Jeff.
Nana.
Love you.
Love you.